elements were known. MCing, DJing, graffiti had grown. B-boy and knowledge, the pillars of the game. But a six emerged, adding to the flame. Comics and hip-hop, a fusion so tight. Visual storytelling, lyrics that ignite. From the pages to the beats, a seamless blend. The sixth element, where two worlds transcend.
Welcome to the Sixth Element Show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu guiding the way, bringing you the culture every day. Welcome to the Sixth Element Show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, Sixth Element. I'm your host, Reno Noir, and our co-host, Stu Dog, is just flying in from Japan, and boy, are his arms tired. He'll be here in a moment. He'll be here shortly. We got Laurent Raw Talk coming in to kick it with us tonight. He'll be showing up shortly. We got a great show as always, man, and we're gonna share some things. We got the unboxing of the Cobra Rattler. We're gonna chop that up. We got this new trailer to the Fantastic Four, which honestly changes a lot. Maybe it changes a lot. We're gonna talk about it. Casual Toy Collector, salute. What up? Peace. I got a haircut. You got a haircut. Yeah, it's back to the OG me. The whole long hair experiment. It's too hot. It's too damn hot. But yeah, if you guys go back and look at any of my earlier videos, this is how my hair's always been since I'm 15 or whatever. But yeah, I did a whole experiment where I went the whole John Wick. I went all the way out. I just I don't know, want to do something different. But yeah, man, hey, to each his own. I could never get it where I wanted it, man. It just didn't. Maybe I've just always had the clean cut look my whole life, and so I just couldn't get it. I just couldn't. It just wouldn't feel right to me, man. I just couldn't get it to look right the way I wanted it. Just found myself wearing a Scully more often than not. It's too damn hot. It's too hot. But yeah, man, appreciate it. Yeah, I live in a very rural area now. Like, I moved out of the city. I'm way out in the country, living the chill, laid back life. And the only drawback, well, one of the main drawbacks is there's no barbers. There's a couple, but nobody you really want to get faded at, right? So that's another reason, man. It was just like more of a convenience thing, but I did this myself, bro. I just got fed up, got some clippers out. I tried to fade it. I'm gonna take it to the barber and get it cleaned up. I think I did okay. Is it even? Is it uneven? Yeah, we'll figure it out. But we got a good show, man. We're gonna rock it. We're gonna chop it up. I got a great trailer for you guys to watch here. We're gonna break that down. Like I said, man, Fantastic Four at first on paper looked like a lot of problems, mainly with casting and characters choices and whatnot. A lot of people worried about it. A lot of people legitimately and understandably concerned. But then we saw trailers, and those concerns, sort of chilled a little bit, and it seemed like this movie could be pretty dope after all. Like, even in spite of all the character choices, we'll say. But yeah, it was looking good, and now we see this new one. I'm not gonna say it ruins it for me, but it definitely raises some questions, and maybe not bad things, but like I said, we'll chop all that up, man. And the main topic, man, I want to get into, man, is Hasbro lately, and this is supposed to be Yojo June. It's the big G.I. Joe classified month of June, where they just reveal all kinds of new figures and collectibles and whatnot. Every week they're supposed to do a fan stream historically, and this is what has been the case. They do a fan stream every week, and then that same day they put up some figures for pre-order. They kind of basically tell you what's going to go up today and where it's going to be and what time and all that and what it's going to be and all that, and then and they put it up. Well, we got that week one, It was decent. But week 2, they totally botched it. They didn't tell us they were canceling the show. They canceled the fan stream. Didn't say shit. They posted a story on Instagram, which I caught, and I know a lot of people didn't catch. A lot of people don't look at the stories, and it's just a poor way of doing it. And that story post they gave was so minimal. It was like basically sorry, we're postponing the show. Not this is why we're postponing the show. Not this is what's gonna, when we're gonna do it again or whatever. And the biggest thing was there were pre-orders that were coming out that day, and they didn't mention that at all. So we kind of expected pre-orders to be so luckily most of us had the wherewithal to go on the website at 1:00, which is the typical time that we guessed they would go up, because that's what they'd gone up the week before, and boom, they were there, which was even kind of surprising because, like I said, they had no fan stream. They postponed everything, but yet here's these new figures. So luckily a lot of us were able to get those. A lot of them I think they're mostly still available now. Nothing really sold out that I'm aware of. And then week 3, they hit us with nothing. They said well, they did reveal, they posted a video that no one, I mean, cool, like Energon video, cool, we want to learn about Energon, but like honestly, that's not what we're talking, it's not what we're on right now. You don't ignore FanStream, ignore Yojo June, ignore everything, ignore comments, questions, inquiries, fans, collectors going, hey guys, what the hell? Just ignore it completely and just la-di-da put up a whole other video that you want us to, you're marketing something. You want us to buy something. And so you've put up a new video to sell us something else without acknowledging what you just did. You just shit in our mouths and told us it was chocolate cake. And it acted like it was not, like nothing happened. And that's the thing to me. Like, I'm cool. Like, we get shit happens. Like, we understand that. We understand that, shit comes up, whatever. But you don't tell us. You don't say nothing. Not even, and let alone apologies, but at least let us know what's going on from here out. Nothing. Today is another day where we, kind of expected at least maybe something would happen this Wednesday, because again, it's an every Wednesday thing. So they don't give a shit. They don't reveal anything new. But they unboxed the Cobra Rattler, which is another bone of contention. A lot of sore subjects there. Let's not talk about the patches. I guess I did, but we'll check it out. It's a bittersweet unboxing. To me, it was bittersweet to see this thing that, I wanted so bad, and we, like, there's the dragonfly. Like, see how it's coming in. I'm gonna have the Rattler coming the other way towards it. It's gonna be dope. Like, we're super excited about this figure, or this piece. But oh, bro, we're gonna get into it. Yes. Maybe we're gonna talk about it. They might have glazed over it, but we're gonna watch it together. Same thing with the Fantastic Four trailer. We're gonna watch that together as well. And Mayfex is just blowing minds right now with this new Marvel vs. Capcom Cyclops. Really hoping that, I'm sorry, Mayfex, I'm sorry, SH Figuarts. I said Mayfex, my bad. SH Figuarts coming out the gate, coming out the box, coming out of the red corner with a knockout blow. So we're going to talk about that. It's a new era. Action figures are beyond toys now. Fantastic Four trailer, new footage, new whatnot. We're going to talk about it. So he wants the Homelander. I hope. Well, we did hope. We hoped against hope that we would get some information about the Snowcat. We pretty much know. They pretty much like hinted away that the next HasLab is the Snowcat. I realize some people are still holding out for like the Mauler or the Mobat, and not to knock anybody's like shit, but you guys realize it's like a green tank. It's just a brown tank. Like, that's what you want? Like, dude, you know how dope the Snowcat's gonna be? How dope that shit's gonna look with all its features? And I mean, holds 10 figures. It's not no bullshit. People are, oh, the Snowcat is the same thing as a Vamp. Yeah, it's about the size. The 80s Snowcat is about the size of the classified Vamp. Yeah, you're right. But it's not the size of the Vamp was this big. Snowcat was like this. So that's gonna look amazing with its bright yellow missiles on the white body. I mean, it's cats like the snow. It's just more. It's more cool. It's got more features. It's more dynamic. It's more interesting. The Mobat and the Mauler, they're green. They're brown. They're just tanks. They're just army tanks. Cool, I guess. Cool and all that. Like, yeah, you know. I'm not taking nothing away from it. I remember when the Mauler came out, that was the shit to me because it was like motorized and shit. Like, that was cool. But it's not going to be motorized now. That's the thing. I think people are thinking like the Mobat's going to be like remote control or some shit. HasLabs ain't going that far. You might get some LEDs inside that light up. That's as far as they're going with electronic. Nothing's motorized. You know how much they would charge us for a fucking motorized Mobat tank? Be grand. They'd kill us. I don't even want that. But anyway, I think it's the Snowcat. Sorry guys, I think it's the Snowcat. Only because they hinted at it relentlessly for a while, and then recently just said something about it being a cool or like chill HasLab or some shit. It's like, okay. All right, here we go. Leonard and Emily, old Lenny there, old Lemily.
That's right.
And I'm really excited because I have skipped a whole lot of meat.
I'm gonna skip a whole lot of this, and we're gonna shoot right over. I mean, look, there you go. Let's check out the box and all that. There you go. It's a cool box. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's a cool box. Cobra Airborne. There's the patches, right there. A picture of the patches on the box. Like, that's the big feature. Did they really? I want to talk to Lenny, man, and Lenny, you know, if you see this, what were you thinking? What came over your mind that made you think that fans are going to be like, hell yeah, fuck another figure. I want sew on patches. What do you do? What am I going to sew these onto my flight suit? Like, what I don't know. I guess it's cool. You know what? It's cool. It's cool if you threw it in the box free, like extra, but give us the same amount of figures that you would normally give and all that. Don't. You tried us. You tried us there on that one. I'm gonna have to say. You tried us, bro.
That's right. Yeah.
Let's see. Picture of the beast on the back. Scientific breakdown on the other side. This is like the bottom, actually. You got lots of ordnance over here, thermonuclear bombs. What? Yeah, lots of bombs, missiles. Great loadout. And then, of course, it has the typical, it's got the same blast effects as the Dragonfly. Literally the exact same ones. It's got this here one, this here one, this one here. Looks like it has a laser. That's a new one. There's a laser one on this, as we don't have a laser for the Dragonfly. So there's a laser blast effect. Come on, guys. It ain't made of glass. All right. Here's your patches. Fucking patches. All right, those are decals. There you go. Hang on. Let's talk about patches. I want to know.
As you can see here, these are the patches that will come with it. All the patches you will see. Oh, it's not. Okay, well, it'll be featured on the figure as well. So you'll see these designs across the product, which is really fun. Also, we have the really full instructions. We shortened it this time around because
Behind everything on all of these projects, nothing is done just like willy-nilly. There's logic behind all of it.
Okay. Nothing's done willy-nilly, guys. There's logic behind all of it. Break it down for me. Tell me the logic behind replacing an entire action figure with some patches for like a 4-year-old.
and it's exciting to work with them.
Yep.
So as you guys can see here, these are the patches that will come with it. All the patches you will see. Oh, it's not. Okay, well, they'll be featured on the figures as well. So you'll see these designs across the product, which is really fun.
It's really fun. It's really fun. The patches will be on the products as well. Again, man, like cool. That's really cool. That's a really cool thing to toss in for free. You know what I mean? Taking place of whole action figures is a bit much there, guys. I need some understanding, but I doubt I'll get any. Let's see. Yeah, 3 figures. There's our lasers, little blue laser shots. Hang on, guys. I cannot see the chat at the moment. Wish they'd ship the damn thing already. I think they're shipping it the end of this month, but yeah, it's honestly, I was all hyped up around the 13th of June when they were hitting me up in the email like, yo, no, matter of fact, early June, they were like in the email, they told us, right? They were like, confirm your addresses, make sure, you know, that, yeah, make sure your address is updated and all that good stuff. Which is like, it's like, cool, great. And they were like, yeah, make sure it's done by the 13th because shit's going out. So on the 13th, we figured they'd be sent, but they haven't been sent yet. Yeah, they did show them. Yep, there were Cobra bomber jackets that came out like 5 years. You know, wouldn't that be cool if they came out 5 years ago when the bomber jackets came out? I didn't know nothing about bomber jackets 5 years ago. To be honest, I wasn't really rocking with anything G.I. Joe 5 years ago. Classified is what brought me back to G.I. Joe, which I'll always be thankful for. Yeah, Classified brought me back to collecting G.I. Joe. I was collecting like Marvel Legends, and I just, G.I. Joe obviously was 80s figures. They were this big and they were $500 or whatever. You know what I mean? They were crazy money for a, you know, a nice condition or one in a package or anything like that. So I just thought it was, you know, it was out of my thing. I wasn't doing vintage toys really. I wasn't really heavy into Marvel Legends yet either. It was like Classified ramped it up. Classified came out, and really when they first came out though, no, when they first came out, I was like, meh. I was not impressed. I was like, okay, yeah, more futuristic versions of characters that don't look anything like the characters from the 80s. It just didn't do anything for me. If you like it, cool. Just do anything for me. I like the ones that look like the 80s characters. So when, like, especially by the time they got to Gung Ho, and I mean the remake of Gung Ho, like the first Gung Ho was so atrocious to me because it was so far from the OG, you know, original Gung Ho. And I was like, man, that does nothing for me. I did buy it though. Like I still wanted it, but something was just, it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't hitting for me. When the next Gung Ho came out, bro, that was just my favorite figure for a while, because it was the first one that I think, for me anyway, looked just like the OG figure and really made me know that they were really not bullshit and they were gonna go. Because I mean that turquoise camo vest, it's Gung Ho only, but man, it hits good. I rock with it. But let's see, man. Let's see what else they pulling out here. So here's your boy Wild Weasel. There he is.
I think his portrait came out wonderful. I think for the sake of time, I'd love to take He has his rebreather that will connect to the vest.
Is it me? No, it's not me. I'm not happy about the pants not matching this. Why does he have brown pants? Why does he have like burgundy pants with red kneecaps, a red crotch? Oh, these are like chaps? What are these? They're like flight chaps? It's like a flight suit. Man, Wild Weasel was supposed to be all red, bro. Come on with this nonsense. These map things that go on his leg. Why is he not? Well, I mean, hey, getting the paint out again. You know how many G.I. Joes I've had to paint? I mean, these classifieds I've had to paint. They do this silly thing where they'll change it. I mean, let me show you something. I don't have a side by side to compare with you, but if you remember what the classified Xandar looks like, look what I did. Now he looks like the 80s figure. I added some the strap on his chest with the gun thing. He looks just like the 80s figure. I painted all his stuff bright blue, gave him the yellow. Like, all this is the paint apps that he deserved, and he could have looked that's all they got to do. They could make him look so good, but they do these crazy like changes to the colors that I don't know, it just doesn't look great. Doesn't look great at all. Bing, bing, bing. There we go. Well, yeah, man, Wild Weasel's supposed to be all red. What gives? All right, so they got 3 figures. There's Baroness in her flight suit. Always a fan of Baroness. She's got 2 different hairstyles. She got this hairstyle here. It's like an all black. Wait a minute. Where did he get this one?
Everything is going on. She's actually really Cobra.
Oh, 100%.
So as you guys can see here, she comes with a lot of really cool accessories. Again, sorry, I'm not taking them out. Oh, maybe you've been trying a little bit. But she comes with swappable hair pieces. One that's up in a bun, one that's kind of pushed back, or like slipped back as if she just took her helmet off. The helmets will go on her head without the hair. We had to do that because the helmet wasn't fitting with the hair on, and it was getting enormous. So we're going for aesthetic. Weird. It's a little really weird, so we're going for aesthetic. And then the rebreather connects to the front of the vest. There actually is a plug right here. Oops. You know what? Looking at the camera and then who she is. It's got that severe look point. I feel really nails who she is. It's got that severe.
It looks more blue here. That her suit looks way more blue, and this looks way like almost black. It's like it threw me for a second. Like, is this the same figure? It's definitely bright ass blue over here, which I'm cool. Like, that's some bright blue, bro. That's bright ass blue. This is definitely not that same blue. And this is the gunner, I guess. Dude just sits in the back. And that's the thing, like, you know, with the dragonfly, we got actual characters. We got Crazy Legs. We got even though Glinda is like, who? Like, why? But at least it's a character from the comics, and like obviously Wild Bill and shit. Like and Ripcord. But here we are, we get this no-name dude, which I hate. I really hate no-name characters, and not unless it's a no-name like troop builder, like a Cobra Trooper, cool. But if it's someone that's never existed before in G.I. Joe, made up for classified, that's not for me. That's not why I buy classified. That's not why I collect classified. That's not what I'm into it for. So that does nothing for me, and it wastes my money. And I've got a few in the box right now that I so regret buying that I'm never gonna take out, and probably not gonna be able to like sell or trade because I don't think anybody wants them, dude. they bamboozled us, man. If for me anyway, if it's not an OG figure, if it's not a recognizable figure from the 80s, either the cartoon or the toy, I feel it's a waste of money, because once I get it, it's going to be FOMO. They're going to be like, "Oh, you got to get it all. You got to collect them all." And and they'll try to make it hard to get or whatever, and people will be clamoring for this or that figure. I remember there was a couple like that. It's like, these aren't even characters that anyone's ever heard of. These are made up characters for classified. They're getting your ass. And they're reused parts. They're not even original characters. They're just kit bashed characters. I used to do it as a kid. Make my own characters. That's cool. But don't do it for me, bro. Wasting my money, taking my money like that. That's not cool. Yeah, that's dark as hell, bro. Peace, EGC, salute. All red will be a retro card release. Yeah, right. She got them gold bottom shoes. Is that the police body? The gunner? You mean the police that they just canceled the fan stream over? The police officer that they just canceled the fan stream over? Yeah, I don't know. Interesting question though. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm not. It's definitely Wild Weasel's pants though. I think it's Wild Weasel's same body. I'm just noted. Yeah. It's the same pants for sure, same legs for sure. The vest is slightly different, but maybe they just added something onto Weasel's there. Same chest thing, same everything. He's just got a piece in the middle with big pockets on it. Yeah, it's just a reuse of fucking Wild Weasel. Motherfucker. You see why I feel slighted, Hasbro? I laid into him in the comments, bro. I feel cheated. I feel beat. I feel gotten. You know what I mean? you hit us with 2 figures. You basically gave us 2 figures in the HasLab, repainted one of them, called it a gunner, and threw some patches in. Now, you can argue till you're blue in the face how cool the patches are. I don't care if you love the patches. I don't care if you got the bomber jacket and you need the patches. Because honestly, if I had that bomber jacket, I need these patches. I don't have the bomber jacket. I ain't know nothing about it. I would love to have a Cobra bomber jacket with these patches on it. That'd be sick. But not in lieu of a character. Not instead of a figure. No, like anyways. Yeah, that's messed up. But yeah, the police figure. So they did a police figure for Yojo June, and
These bombs.
we're gonna put the police figure out, and then of course the riots in LA, which are anti-ICE, really, not anti-police, but I guess sort of. But so not only do they cancel the show, they don't say anything. They don't say why. Because this was the show they were supposed to be revealing the police. No, they had already revealed the police. They were going to be telling us the pre-order date. They make it so bad. We'd already seen the goddamn thing. So instead of telling us the pre-order date, they don't tell us anything about it. Then they pull it. It's gone now. It's not even up there no more. And with no explanation. Honestly, bro, they made a bigger deal out of it than they had to. If they would have just left it alone. I didn't put the correlation together. First of all, they did a fireman, they did a you know, they did a bunch of different military dudes. There's all kinds of different like first responder type figures for this line. It's the GI Joe line. So this is just the next one. It's the police. Like nobody would have thought about, ooh, Hasbro, how you gonna put a policeman out? No, nobody would have said shit. Now it's a big deal. And now that figure that I would have passed on, honestly, wouldn't have even cared about it. Now I want one. And now they're gonna be hype as fuck. When they do come out, they're gonna be hard to get. Highly sought after, highly collectible, highly controversial. They made it. They made it into it. Yeah, man. They shot themselves in the foot on that one. But here's the ordinance. I see some of the same pieces from the Dragonfly. Here's a missile with beads in it, little plastic beads in it. They're all excited about that.
These bombs, they literally have
That's a satisfying noise.
beads in them. I believe it's a frag bomb. And those are tooled little pieces that get dropped into the bomb. Pretty crazy.
Lenny said they literally have beads in them. Not figuratively. We really went all out. We pulled out all the stops. This is a HasLab. We couldn't put this on the shelf. Nobody would buy this. This is just too out there. We put beads in the motherfucker. Plastic beads. All right, keep fucking giving them your money.
Stuff is you get your money's worth on a GI Joe HasLab.
I didn't make that up. I did not make that up.
You get your money's worth on a GI Joe HasLab.
I did not plan that. Hey, some body shame patches. Yeah, man. I mean, look. I don't know. They get away with it, though. They get away with it because people still continue. People are going to continue to buy it. I am. I'm going to buy it. They know that shit. All they got to do is put out the 80s figures, the 80s versions of shit, and we're going to buy it. They can be assholes. They can be jerks. They can give us bullshit and tell us it's, diamonds. What is this?
Substantial weight to them. Like they're not super light.
Yeah, they've got to be a pound or so a piece. This is
That's got to be the base.
for the stand, so that you can set different positions for the jet, either banking down or banking up. We did look into doing the ball. The problem with the ball was it was too heavy. The jet's gigantic.
So when you compare this stand to if you have the Sky Striker has at home, that one used the ball that you were able to adjust because that plane was much smaller.
It would not pass safety.
Yeah.
So I pushed for it, but all right. So this is the drawer I was talking about. Here, I'll stand it up a little bit. You can see there. Such a good innovation here to use the stand.
Yeah, it's a good innovation. It really is. Honestly, they give you a lot of crap that you have to put in a box. Like I have a box of shit that doesn't go on the thing. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. I'll give him that. And honestly, man, like I don't want to rag on him. You know what I mean? Because like, honestly, my only problem is the lack of communication. The shit is dope. They go all out. I'm super happy. They've let me experience the nostalgia of my childhood vibes and all that. So I gotta thank them. But honestly, man, you gotta do better. You gotta do better. But here it is. like compared to the original one, it's more round, it's more curvy and more soft looking and almost more like a cartoon in a cool kind of way. Seems a little bit brighter of a blue, more vibrant. When Raw Talk comes on here in a little bit, I'll have him show us the original one and we can get a side by side.
Your leverage position to stack the whole place. This counter is tall for me.
Oh, are they on it?
There it is. You want that cookie? That was a really good sound. There it is. Nice. Ooh, beautiful.
Hold on.
Oh, that was
beautiful.
Oh my.
So on the stand, you're going to notice that there is a third piece. This is the coupling piece to put on the angled, I guess, posing block. So as you can see here, you just got to line it up. This will all be lined up so that you don't mess it up. Again, I'm not even looking at the instructions and I'm doing it. And got to make sure that snaps in there.
Clicky noises.
Cookie.
Beautiful.
Here we go.
Okay.
Leave these in there. Yep. And then you see these like tubes. Those will line up with that.
Beautiful.
And you can adjust it however you want.
And you can, with the other tubes that are on the other side, that is what will click into the plane, hold it in place.
I guess it's different than the Dragonfly one. It's way different, but I was wondering like why they didn't do that with the Dragonfly or why they felt they had to do that with this one. Because the Dragonfly, you can angle it up or you can angle it down. It just depends on which way you want to turn it, and the stand. So this is more universal. This is a dope little innovation. I like that. I like that a lot. And then you got slots on the side to put the extra missiles. That's gonna look dope. That's dope. The storage is cool. The storage, capacity is dope. I really like that. Those jet engines are fucking awesome. They got some paint inside. That's pretty cool. I can get in there with my paintbrush and do more accents and stuff like that just to make it look super duper detailed. Like you can put paint on every single little button, knob, and nub in there. Obviously, you're not going to do a rainbow plethora, but you do it color coded, man, you can have this thing looking like some $1,000 shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. And then we have the ionization or oxidization that happens when the jets thrust. So you have this kind of like purple hue happening.
Oh, like on the retro bats.
That's right. 100%. And you can see little wire details and stuff that, like, I don't know how it works, but it looks like it works.
It sure does.
So let's close the thing.
I'm sure somebody who knows much more about planes than we do will look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this wire should be here.
I hope so.
As a reminder, what we do here is we create toys and we take what we call toyetic liberties with things. So if you do know a lot more about planes than us, and there is a wire that's in the wrong place, we reserve the right to have that happen because this is a toy.
Wow. Okay, Emily, little passive aggressive fucking preemptive jab there. Somebody's feeling
Beautiful. Nice click.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And then you guys can see here, there's like a square peg.
Yes. We're gonna go.
Yeah, we can see the peg.
So then,
That's pretty nice size. There it is. So there it is. So I guess about like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's gonna be sick. A little bit of different design than the original Cobra Rattler. I can't wait till Raw Talk comes on so we can get a good comparison.
and this just pegs right in the front, just like that. And again, like I mentioned earlier, it just makes it easier to put in. What we found midway through development was this didn't come off, and when it didn't come off, it was really hard to get the figure in, especially the seatbelt. So we did look at an option of making this into like a door. What was happening is we were getting a really ugly hinge. So the best option was just to kind of make it a plug-in part, and I think it's still part.
It's a great solution. Yeah.
If you didn't notice, like this is ratcheted.
Yeah. So that you can pose that and replay.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Amazing.
All right, let's get the landing gear.
Oh.
So on the bottom, there will be a button. You hit that button.
Oh.
Nice.
It comes out. Then you can hear it's ratcheted too.
Yep.
That's what keeps it nice and strong.
There is a note next to it that says release just in case you
Yeah.
forget what that button's for.
Yeah, best part about military action figures, you can get to put all those.
Those landing gears are dope. Those landing gears are dope. I love that. That landing gear is sick. The wings go up.
Standpoint, when the wings are up, when the wings are down, I think we said something like 36 inches wide. So it is quite the space savings when you bring it up, and that's why we did that. But yeah, look at this thing, and it rolls beautifully. We have kind of like the pseudo rubber tire on it to kind of give it that real feel. Let's go to the side real quick and show off our panel work. So as you can see here, that's the side panel that comes off. If we have the lighting going, you'll be able to see that we put this really cool sporadic electrical fire programming in there. So it goes from like red to yellow to white. So it looks like it's like sparking and like arcing. It's really cool. Like I'm saying, it's really cool. I'm not showing anything.
Yeah. We'll bring batteries next time. That's on us.
I hate to be that guy, but guys, you can't get some batteries like for this presentation. You couldn't grab some AAA batteries. And again, I understand shit happens, but this happened last time. Go back and watch the Dragonfly unboxing. Same shit happened. Oh, we don't have no batteries. Couldn't show you the lights. So I'm gonna make sure on the next one we have batteries. I guarantee you there's a remote control right somewhere in there, fucking laying around. Guys, go invest $10 in a pack of batteries for next time.
Yeah.
Apologies.
It's the magic of GI June.
Okay.
It's true.
So, and this is the damage panel, which
No Joe June.
that effect works really well for the damage panel. It feels like it's just taking some damage.
All right, so that's gonna look sick. So what you see here, these holes in the joint there, underneath what he just explained was that gray panel that you can see. It's gonna flicker orange and red and white, apparently, like it's on fire. So inside of there, you'll see like fire crackling. So he promises, but didn't have a couple of AAAs to show us. But I trust him.
Damage from Ace and the in the Sky Striker. All right. So
Show how it works on the stand.
I do want to show how it works on the stand. So let's. I think the blue was a big deal back and forth. I think we started working on the blue color. It's crazy.
To me, correct me if I'm wrong, or I don't know what you feel about this, bro. It looks like the design that Super 7 would make. Like it looks like it's designed after the cartoon. Classified as historically been based on the toys. Like, I'm not gonna pull everything out, but the Dreadnoks, for example, like I noticed it on Ripper because Ripper has a camouflage shirt on the toy only. In the cartoon and everywhere else, he's got a bright yellow shirt with these black, like check or black, sort of like L's on them, I guess, like all over. And I was hoping to see that on the figure. And when he had like this camouflage shirt, I was like, oh shit, man, they weren't accurate. They wanted to go. But then I remembered, like, I was like, wait a minute. The toy had a camouflage tank top, so it just made me notice, like, and the more you look at everything, I mean, it's real obvious. But that's when I noticed that Classified, when they do a retro quote unquote, it's based on the toy version. Like that's what they're going against. Like Flint, for example, that's the toy colors of Flint. In the cartoon, he had a different color, like shirt and shit like that. The Cobra Bat is a new example of them taking Super 7's thing, which is Super 7 does figures and toys based on the cartoons. Like that's what they design them, based on the designs that you would see in the cartoon. Whereas Classified has been historically the toys. Well, now the new retro Bat is based on the design of the cartoon. I just thought that because seeing this, man, I it's not what I expected. I'm not mad at it. But if you know, like, look at the wing, how it's got like this like rounded sort of bubble. And like back here, like this has sort of got a roundedness to it. The front's got a roundedness to it. Everything has got a roundishness to it. Which I expected it to be sharper in a lot of places, which I'm not mad at this design. I just think it's interesting that to me it looks more like the cartoon than the toy. Maybe I'm wrong, but there it is. There's all its goodies. You know, that Megaton bomb has a cool skull on it with like a mushroom cloud coming out of the head. It's got some like battle damage on one of them, and then there's of course the beads, the bombs with the beads. It's cool, man. All that shit's cool, but like patches instead of figures is not. It just makes it bittersweet. A lot of this is bittersweet because it's been Nojo June. It hasn't been Yojo June. It's been Nojo June. There we go. Yeah, but it looks pretty badass with all the fire and shit coming out of it. Let's put some guys in it. Dude, I want to see Wild Weasel looking like Wild Weasel because that doesn't look like Wild Weasel. What is this? Eye patch. What is that? I need to see him with his whole mask on so he looks like Wild Weasel. Let's see if he does it. I think he's going to do it. Okay, there's a battle damaged version of Wild Weasel. Why is there a battle damaged version of Wild Weasel? I mean, I get the plane is battle damaged, but if the pilot gets battle damaged, he's a dead pilot. Like that's not. Pilots don't get battle damage, right? It's. Here we go.
Which is really cool. So it was really fun to integrate the real life thing into the action figure. So it's like.
So there's the patch that she has on her arm. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool to integrate that. It's really cool. It is really cool. It's really cool for free. For free. Or, you know, you could put the price in there somewhere, but not instead of action figure, man. Not instead of a figure, bro. No. Definitely not. Definitely not. With the rate that they come out with these figures, like we're still waiting on so many core characters, dude. And they've already put out like all these nonsense characters and repaints and so many repaints. Like, dude, by the time, listen, Python Patrol and Tiger Force and all that shit came later when G.I. Joe was running out of shit to do. And they started repainting the shit they had already done. You know what I mean? You're coming out with them like that's a character. Bro, I don't have a single Python Patrol or Tiger Force figure. Because it's nonsense. It's bullshit. When we were kids, we knew it was bullshit. When you were a little kid, you knew that shit was bull. I knew it was bullshit. I was like, bro, I already have this. They painted it with tiger stripes. Why do I want army guys with tiger stripes and shit? And checkers. Python checks. Like now it's nostalgic. I get it. It's nostalgic. That's what it is. Now it's like nostalgia to go back and be like, oh yeah, I remember bro, at least all my friends, we all knew that was bullshit. We bought it. We fucked with it. We had it. Like I know I definitely had Tripwire and Bazooka, Tripwire and who was it? Roadblock. Tripwire and Roadblock. Flint. I had the Tiger Patrol version of the Snowcat. I forget what they called it. I had the Tiger Patrol version of the Ferret. I think I had the Python Patrol Rattler too at one point. Yeah, but it was all nonsense. So it's cool that they came out with it. But yeah, there's a lot of characters we need still. I need Hit and Run, damn it. That's what I'm waiting on. I need Hit and Run.
We can't wait.
Yep.
I can't wait either. But there you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. The whole thing was rushed. Nojo June was rushed. this whole month was rushed. They didn't do anything right. And again, man, I'm not slamming them for that. What I'm upset about, and I'm only kidding, but what I'm a little miffed about is just the lack of communication. It was just deplorable. Hang on. Hang on. Stew Dog is on the way. Okay. Raw Talk is on the way. All right, y'all. We got another thing to break down. We're gonna chop up this trailer right now. I haven't seen it fully. I'm watching it with y'all. But what I did see, I mean, I pretty much saw it. I didn't really like watch it again. Normally when I see a trailer once, that's like, okay, I need to like watch it again. Like I really didn't catch it, but that's what I did. Watched it one time, and it left me with a bit of some questions. But yeah, we it's coming out. We're finally getting to see this next month. After several trailers, we're starting to wonder like how much that we'll actually see Reed Richards stretching his limbs as Mr. Fantastic's. Because each time we see him using his powers, it appears to be from one of two scenes in the movie. And so the final trailer shows him just a little more here, but I still want to see, him fighting like somebody, smacking somebody up with his long ass arm or something like that. Like, I don't think we're going to get anything really badass like that. I don't know, but I hope that the fact that Marvel kept it under wraps in the trailers is indicative of him not being in the action. I hope that's not, the case. This final trailer here, it doesn't really tell us much that we didn't already know. We know Galactus is coming. We know Silver Surfer is here to foreshadow his arrival. We know it's a female. We know who's playing Silver Surfer. We still don't know. We still don't see much more of Galactus in this. Really, it's just another foot shot. And at this point, I guess we really don't get a look at him until the film, which is great. That's fine. I hate when they reveal everything right off the bat. But yeah, so these trailers have shown a lot of the same stuff each time. But this trailer, I think it's kind of showing less than previously. And the most charitable sort of read that I can give is to assume that Marvel is keeping this movie's secrets close to the vest. And that's, I hope so. The Fantastic Four's debut is a very big deal for the MCU. And, maybe you don't want to spoil every single, big surprise and cool sequence and all that. And that's awesome. But it does lack something to really kind of sink teeth into. It's how many different times, can I hear Invisible Woman say that they're handle this apocalyptic moment as a family? Julia Garner still looks horrible as Silver Surfer. She doesn't look horrible. She looks fine. It's the facial feature, the coloration, like in the hair, it's not indicative of Silver Surfer. That's not how he looks, or she, or the character. And there is a female version of the comics, but she looks pretty much just like he does, facial feature wise. I mean, she doesn't have eyelashes and eyeliner and shit like that. So that's the problem. But yeah, is what it is. Fantastic Four is the first film in the MCU's Phase 6. So, and then the movies will take a break for a bit until the recently delayed again. Avengers Doomsday premiering on December 18th. But yeah, it's Storm, aka Invisible Woman, aka Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, is considered to be one of the most powerful beings in Marvel Comics. She's been adapted as authentically as possible for this movie, and she'll just be, I think, a potent, powered hero in the MCU too. But yeah, I'm excited for the movie as is. But yeah, I mean, she could die. After all, Vanessa Kirby, who's playing Sue Storm in the MCU, was among the 27 strong initial cast for Avengers Doomsday, i.e., the Marvel Phase 6 film that arrives after this movie. So Storm must survive the events of first steps to appear in that film. You would think, but not necessarily. Given that she's the matriarch of Fantastic Four and the mother of Franklin Richards, the baby that we will see in the movie, who is probably the most powerful character in all of Marvel Comics, but who, if rumors are to be believed, is who is Galactus's after. Like, Galactus is literally coming for Franklin Richards, and so she'll do what any mom would do and lay her body on the line to save her firstborn. So it's possible then that Storm could sacrifice herself, not only to protect Franklin Richards but the rest of the team, and that could defeat Galactus, or at the very least prevent him from taking Franklin Richards. And that could be a good setup, a good way to set up Avengers Doomsday story, give us some stakes, some gravitas, and especially if Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom persuades Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, to help him, if it means that Richards gets his wife back. Stranger things have happened. Take you to this other universe where she exists, right? But yes, indeed, the trailer achieved liftoff. The first trailer we had in February, and gave us sort of first looks at the group, as well as teasing the big bad and John Malkovich's mystery character. Then we got the trailer in mid-April, which showed off Richard's stretchy powers and Silver Surfer, and confirmed a big fan theory concerning Sue Storm. More recently, another First Steps trailer also verified two of the worst kept secrets about the superhero flick. Fantastic Four's latest big screen reboot. The group's previous films are available on Disney Plus. Will aim to be Marvel's biggest studio money spinner since last year's Deadpool and Wolverine. It has a lot on its shoulders. It's got a lot of weight to carry. The pressure is definitely on, especially after the very, very whack box office runs of Captain America, Brave New World. And even though Thunderbolts was a decent film, it didn't nail box office like they needed to. So, and ahead of the Comic Titans final movie release 2025, we have the new joint here. So let's bust it out without further ado. Boom, ping, ping. All right, I'm gonna bust the sound on and all that. Hang on. Wait, should I? Hang on. Yeah. You know what? I'll mute it and we'll talk about it. Fantastic Four. They all got some alerts on their watches. They run out, and there we go. First stretchy powers, or the only other stretchy powers we get to see. Let's see if we can. There he goes. You see his long arm there. He grabs onto the rail and launches himself up over the rail with his long arm, and then zaps down. She's got her invisible, not so invisible force field there. Johnny's flying around, setting billboards on fire, burning down buildings. This guy's like, "Hey, thing, say the thing," and he really dryly says, "That's not really something I say." And the guy's like, "It's clobbering time," and the thing says, "That's just in the cartoon." So this is not. So he doesn't say that. Like the thing in this one, he doesn't say clobbering time, which is fine. Like that's kind of corny. I'm over clobbering time. If you need that in your life, I'm sorry. Then yeah, but he's definitely a different thing than we've ever seen. We've never seen this Ben Grimm. We've never seen this Johnny Storm either. Come to think of it, we've never seen this Reed Richards. This is a very different Fantastic Four than we've ever seen. They all look at their watch at the same time. What's going on? They get the alert, and the sky opens up, and out comes, she says, "I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald." Galactus. There she is with Franklin. That looks so dope. What is that thing? What did I just do? Where is that thing? So what is this huge deal here? Okay. It's this big thing here. I'm guessing this is something to do with Galactus. Looks like something he installed. See, Galactus, he doesn't eat planets, okay? He doesn't like take a planet like a fucking apple and eat it. I know a lot of people have that image in their mind that he consumes planets in that way, like he just comes up and eats them. He doesn't eat them like that per se. He actually has like this device that he like installs, and it drains the energy, the life force. And this is what I've seen in Fantastic Four shit, in video games, in comics, and I've always seen him do it like this. He puts this machine on the planet, and it drains the light, the energy from the planet, and then he like hooks into that machine, and it absorbs the energy. But like it kills everyone on the planet, like he takes all their life force, like or he just kills the planet itself. I'm not sure. But anyway, could be some of that. Looks like something like that. We're gonna do it as a family. Their greatest strength is each other. Oh, check out Rocky Dennis. There is the Thing with a beard. What's going on here? I guess that's... Does he grow his rocks out? How does he have a beard? That is cool as shit looking, but I've never seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Have we seen Ben Grimm with a beard? That seems familiar. There's another stretchy power move. Their powers all look great. Their powers all look really cool. There is stretchy powers there. There's his thing powers. There's stretchy powers. We saw the invisible powers. Johnny's got some cool powers. Everybody looks great. That's dope. Stu Dog says Disney has got to hit it out the park. Fantastic Four. Say thing rings, do your thing. The car is dope. That's a device he uses to convert planet's energy into something he can consume. Right. That's the device. That's how he eats the planets. Consumes the energy. Yes, we have seen thing with a beard. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Speaking of Stu Dog, where you at, bro? Let's see. Check this out, bro. Oh, well, before we get off that real quick, look at this. Well, that was Fantastic Four. First step star Pedro Pascal says he's more aware of disgruntlement around his casting as Reed Richards than anything I've ever done. I am rubber, you are glue. Yeah, I guess because a lot of people had a problem with him as Reed Richards for whatever reasons. Which I don't really get per se. Like he's not gonna have like a Spanish accent or something. Like, what are you worried about? He says I'm getting an inkling of excitement because it seems to reflect what our common goal was. Hang on. And Vanity Fair reveals he is more aware of what's called disgruntlement around his casting as Fantastic Four than any other role he's taken on. So that's more disgruntlement that he saw with his casting as Joel in HBO's Last of Us adaptation, which I know he got a lot for that too. A lot of shit. Oberyn Martell in HBO's Game of Thrones. He definitely put his own take on that character too. And the title role in The Mandalorian. For that, I don't think anybody said shit about, because the Mandalorian's a made up character. You can be whoever you want. But I didn't really think about Oberyn, because Oberyn too, I know Last of Us was controversial. So he has a habit of taking roles and sort of changing what we know about that character. Most of these characters are white, and that he sort of changed to Latino. But Oberyn Martell is Dornish, which is implied to be like Latino. But anyway, so I think that one kind of fit. But anyway, definitely a different type dude. But yeah, he said you just never know if people. Hang on, what do you say? I'm getting an inkling of excitement because it seems to reflect what our common goal was and what we all want to share, which is our fucking hearts on a platter within this genre. You just never know if people are going to be disgusted by your heart or not. I was more aware of the disgruntlement around my casting than anything I've ever done. He's too old. He's not right. He needs to shave. Ever since Pedro Pascal revealed the actors behind... First of all, Reed Richards is not a young dude. He has gray hair. He's not old, but neither is Pedro Pascal. And as far as shaving, I mean, it's not a comic. Like, yeah, he needs to shave if he wants to look more like the comic. And I'm sure he'll be shaving at some point in the movie, right? No, I guess he wears a mustache. Which, I mean, whatever, dude. It's a female Silver Surfer. If you're gonna worry about Pedro Pascal, I think having a mustache, I think there's bigger fish to fry. But I think it's all got potential to be dope. Ever since Reed Richards, there's been a lot of debate, blah, blah, blah. I don't know in the chat. What do you guys think? I don't think there's any problem. I think Pedro can nail this shit. I've been a fan of Pedro Pascal ever since Oberyn Martell, the Red Python. I was pissed off when the mountain crushed his head, bro. I was like, oh, man. That dude was cool. They call him the Red Viper. But what are you going to do? Shit. All right, Raw Talk is 18 minutes out. It'll be in a moment. Stu said what? Stu, where are you at? In transit to me manor. Okay. Trailer's dope. Super excited to see Avengers 4. Superman. July is going to be a geek month for me. Dude, Marvel, DC, whatever floats your boat, it's going to be dope for everybody. Salute to Orcaneto, best viewers on streambo.com. Remove the space, blah, blah, blah. Pseudo Keyboard Warriors, gotta love them. We know what this Reed Richards is not from the 616. Yeah, I mean, that's it too. That's it too. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. This is definitely not a 616 Fantastic Four. It's not a 616 Galactus or Silver Surfer. It's not a 616 universe. And a lot of what's going to happen in this next phase of Marvel is not going to be even MCU 616. Like, it's all multiversal shit. All the X-Men shit that we're getting in the Avengers movies is all Fox X-Men and is really only going to be for the rest of this phase. When the next phase starts, it's going to be new X-Men, all new actors, new characters, MCU X-Men. So this MCU version of X-Men that we've been waiting on is actually going to happen in the next phase. Myself included. I know a lot of people were a little bit confused when we started to see all these Fox actor versions of characters. I mean, the Professor X with the yellow chair in Multiverse of Madness was awesome. That was just cool to see the yellow chair. It was cool to see the Illuminati, and I knew it was the Multiverse of Madness, so I didn't care that it was the Fox Professor X. But the whole reason that we wanted a MCU X-Men was to see a new version of the X-Men, an MCU version, not the same Fox version rehashed into a MCU movie. That's not a new version. So Gambit, though, was new. We got a new version of Gambit. We got an MCU Gambit there, but then we got a lot of Fox characters. And but don't worry, guys. Next phase, new X-Men. So I'm going to just watch the movie and be entertained. That's it. So I'll be home in about 28 and a half minutes. Holy shit. So I got to carry this show for another 30 minutes by myself, dog. Sheesh. I think I can hack it. Maybe Raw Talk will be in here in a minute. Check this out. Stu, dog, look at this, bruh. We are entering an age, a golden age of Marvel fighting game figures. Capcom's Marvel fighting games might seemingly be on the back burner, but we're getting a shitload of dope toys lately. We have the Marvel Legends recently just came out with a dope line of Marvel vs. Capcom. Well, I should say Marvel vs. Marvel, but based on the Marvel vs. Capcom versions of the characters. We just got Marvel Legends, a bunch of 2-packs coming out. And then now this SH Figuarts is showing them how to do it. This is the sickest Cyclops figure I've ever seen, bro. This thing is beauteous. Beauteous. Let me show you. First of all, a few weeks ago, Hasbro revealed that it was cooking up this massive tribute to the legacy, a Capcom Marvelverse fighting game, from the Children of the Atom all the way through the legendary Marvelverse Capcom franchise, with a series of Marvel Legends figures replicating the aesthetics and matchups from across some of the most iconic fighting games ever made. And they would even be reusing some characters just to throw them in the box, like that Omega Red, same figure. They're just remaking it. Same, I think the War Machine, they're just remaking it. Cap, I think Venom's just a repaint. It's a lot of repainted shit. The even the Silver Samurai is like the same Silver Samurai with some new shoulder pads and helmet. The only one I think from the ground up that's pure is the Wolverine, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously the Juggernaut has some new parts to it, but he's still pretty close to the last Juggernaut they gave us. The Gigantos, which is supposed to be Shuma Gorath. They just don't have the rights to the name Shuma Gorath, because Shuma Gorath is actually from a H.P. Lovecraft novel. It's an H.P. Lovecraft character, so they can't use it. The same reason why he's named Gigantos in the movie. Should have been Shuma Gorath in the Doctor Strange movie too, but they called him Gigantos. Little backstory: there is a the reason why also is there's a Namor monster called Gigantos that looks very similar to Shuma Gorath in that it is a big eye in the middle with a bunch of tentacles. A little bit of a different shape than Shuma, but they were pretty clever, I guess, in reusing that name. But a fighting game wouldn't, would it be a fighting game without a new challenger entering the ring? I think the Bandai confirmed that it would be kicking off its own Gamerverse line of figures in the SH Figuarts range. Likewise inspired by the classic Capcom Marvel games, starting with the downright glorious Cyclops that is due out this November for around $68. Heavily inspired by the aesthetic of Bengis artwork for the likes of Marvel vs. Capcom and X-Men vs. Street Fighter, itself drawing inspiration from Cyclops' then current Jim Lee suit design from the 90s refresh of the X-Men comics, which is one of my favorite designs. And so the figure is definitely more than just Bandai's first crack at comics-inspired X-Men figures. The Figuarts line has had a few mutant entries via movie adaptations, most notably Deadpool and Wolverine. They recently did, but I'm not a movie figure guy. It does nothing for me. I don't care about any figures that are from the movies. I don't want them. I don't buy them. I don't like them. They just don't do for me anything. And what I like is figures based on comics and cartoons and shit like that, but not figures based on live people. A lot of reasons I could go into. But it's a celebration of Cyclops specifically as he appeared in those classic fighting games, and I'm just gonna show you a little montage. I'm just gonna share this with you. It's just so sick, bro. Keyboard warriors just need to let this Fantastic Four cook. I hate when these so-called young hip nerds try to play down something before it comes out. Cyclops is ultra dope. You got to take your hat off the original artist who drew these figures, man. Jim fucking Lee, baby. Jim fucking Lee. The boss of it all. Here we go. Look at this, bro. Look at this. This thing is just gorgeous. And it's not Mafex prices, which is like $100. It's more in the $68, $70 range, which is still high. But at this rate, it's about the price of 2 Marvel Legends. 3. About 3. You can almost get 3 Marvel Legends for this. Almost. But look at this thing. It's so sweet. It's so choice. I highly recommend you pick one up if you have the means. Hang on, let me get us a full screen shot here. I want full screen, baby. I need full. Why isn't it blowing up? Dude, the other one was bigger. Here, this one's bigger than the one on Twitter. All right, cool. We'll look at this one. Anyways, look at the deets, man. Look at the detail. So smooth. That's tight. I don't know what that pose is, but it's like a bodybuilder pose. But that blast effect is sick. That is sick. Up to the sky. He's got some major articulation, man. That thing is wicked. Look at that thing. Follow me. Fun. So you can take the eye visor off and put on different ones and shit like that. I really want to see the back of this figure though, because I'm seeing some weird stuff. Oh, this is the cool. This shit comes with him. this blast effect thing, it's like an optic blast. This is like inside the packaging. So that's just so sick. You can just like display them like that if you want to. That's really cool. Then, you know, the Marvel Legends one have a background that kind of looks like the character select screen from the game, which is really sick too. What the fuck? But yeah, he's got those eyes, the regular eyes, and he's got this eye where it's just sort of like leaking out. He's got the open mouth, the closed mouth, the teeth bearing mouth. I guess these are face plates, I should say. I imagine they're face plates. Maybe they're heads. But that thing is dope, bro. This pose is from the game? Wait, damn it. That's from the game like that? I hope so. Yeah, his X Blast effect, the big one. Yeah, that's he's got some great joint features going on. It's like high tech. Okay, there he is from the back. His butt is made of like 4 different pieces. His knees have some like inner workings, like cool joint things going on. His boots have all sorts of gears and gears and whatever the fuck. It's a dope figure. All in all, it's a new era. It's just the only one. Like that's my only thing is that this is the only one. And that's the thing with a lot of the Japanese lines, is that they'll put out 1 or 2, and like, you know, the thing that Marvel Legends does with the wave, it's a really smart marketing thing because as collectors, we want to get the whole set, right? We want to get a couple of them. We want something to look cool on the fucking shelf. You know what I mean? It's like, they need to get a Wolverine. They need to make a Wolverine figure next. I hope that's who they do next. And I hope there is a next. Like that's another thing. We don't know if this is going to be an ongoing line, and that's the other thing. That's why I don't jump on these figures right away, because like I don't want just one. He won't look good next to Marvel Legends, right? It's like, what do they call it? It's like a weed, a rose that's a weed because it's still a weed, because even if it's a rose, right, or whatever the fuck, what does it say? A rose in a cornfield is still a weed because it doesn't belong in the cornfield, right? That kind of thing. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? As cool as it looks, it'll be an ugly duckling, right? There's a better analogy. There you go. Ugly duckling. It might be a swan, but sitting around a bunch of ducks, it's gonna look out of place. It's not gonna look good. It's gonna stick out. It's not gonna look uniform. It isn't gonna look dope on the shelf. It's all about shelf aesthetic, guys. Latest item in our Gamerverse series. Cyclops, faithfully recreating his appearance in the iconic fighting game, joins SH Figuarts line. Cyclops features not only incredible sculpting and articulation, but also has a range of extra blast parts, as well as a pixel-styled optic blast backsheet included to recreate classic fighting action. Looks better than Mafex, this guy says. Oh my effing G, this guy says. Why did I say that? Psylocke and Blackheart, please. Really? Out of all the... I mean, Psylocke, okay. Blackheart? I mean, yeah. Fuck yeah, that'd be sick. Psylocke and Blackheart. You know, that's another thing. Speaking of Blackheart, you can really recreate a lot of the Marvel vs. Capcom roster, the Marvel side, really most of it, with Marvel Legends that already exist. There's already a Blackheart that looks just like it. For out of the ones that they've put out, there's already figures that can perfectly fit the rest of them. There's this dude that did a video where he put them all together with existing legends and the new legends and made the whole roster. And it's, except for the Sentinel, it's the only one that's not made is the Sentinel. I like this picture here. It's like Cyclops patting Wolverine on the back, like some like, it's okay, bro. You're gonna get to go next. You're gonna get to go next. And Wolverine's like, I'm ready. I'm ready, bub. The world is going crazy, but we finally are getting amazing Marvel vs. Capcom inspired figures. Incredible. A man says, just take my money. Pick 3, okay. Pick 4, seeing his dumpy from the front, wasn't ready. What? Hold on. Let's go back. This is pick 1. This is pick 2. This is pick 3. He said pick 3, okay. Then he said pick 4, seeing his dumpy from the front, wasn't ready. Yeah, I guess he means the butt cheeks. It is, they are pretty pronounced and like yeah, it's pretty funny. What is that open mouth solid in the middle? That thong articulation ain't it either. Thong articulation. Look at that. Look at this one. You can see the whole butt cheek pointing out from the bottom. It is the thong. This is a weird thong back. Why do they have? I suppose it's for articulation's sake, but yeah. But man, I can look past all that, bro. This fucking thing is sick. Man said, "What a time to be alive." And this dude said, "Out of nowhere. Please just adjust the figure's height and make it taller than Ryu at least. I'm sure a whole bunch of us would agree if it means a delay." I said, well, that came out of nowhere. This really did. This really just came out of nowhere. We were really like, make him taller than 145 millimeters. That's another thing about figure arts, though, guys. Don't get too excited. And I just thought of that too. They're not 6 inches, bro. I have some figure arts like a Zelda, like a Link. I got a Midoriya, Izuku Midoriya, Deku from My Hero Academia. I got a Luffy from One Piece. Link, Luffy, and Midoriya. I don't really have them. My son has them, but they're not 6 inches. They're like 5.75 or something. So they don't, and that's what these guys are talking about. Make him at least taller than Ryu. Make him taller. Make this figure taller. It looks amazing. Don't mess up with the height. This should be taller. This guy said, please consider making it 15.5 to 16 centimeters. Please fix his height. He's called slim for a reason. He's tall. That thong. You know, yeah, I didn't think about that. Please fix the figure's height. Too short. How do you know? Is the height written on here? Raw talk in the building.
Yo, what's going on?
What's good with you?
Crazy, crazy day back in the office in the city, and the trains are acting funny as always. When it's over 100 degrees, things start shutting down, canceling. So I had to go through the BS. But at least Joe Fest was cool. There's just some technical difficulties and all sorts of other extra stuff, but it was a fun time.
Did you come off on anything?
I come off on a lot of stuff. I can't show now because I switched up my my man cave a little something, so everything's in disarray.
Damn.
So I get it together. I'll show y'all what I got. I got some Night Force stuff, which was kind of expensive, but that and a few other things.
What if you angle the camera down at the table so we don't see the
Oh
background?
no, I'm in a whole nother section. I'm not even.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Kaz will say, "What up, bro?"
What up, Kaz? And then I met my boys out there, casual. Yeah. We chopped it up while we was out there.
Damn, that's dope.
Yep, my boy Daredevil, Bruce from their channel, Casual Toy Collector channel.
Mm-hmm.
They were chilling out there. Yeah, a lot of good people, man. Finally got to meet them face to face,
Yeah.
Since 2020. That's crazy, right?
Yeah. Man, I want to go, man. I need to go to the next one.
Yeah.
Trying to get to New York Comic Con this year in October. We'll see. We will see. But if I do, of course, we'll get some good footage. I'll have lots of good footage. See what I can do about some interviews and backstage. Because I'll be getting press passes. I'll be going like press.
What you call it? Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah. You gotta apply and shit like that, but I'll get it.
Yeah, I used to get press passes to those and the toy shows.
Right.
What do you call it? Toy Fair?
Toy Fair, right?
Yeah, I used to get the press passes, go in there way early before everybody and see all the new stuff. Yeah.
Yo, I gotta.
Yeah, man, Kaz, is definitely a pleasure, man.
This is the black heart they got. Oh shit.
And I did it around my birthday weekend. It was crazy. That whole weekend was crazy because I had to jet back because my son's graduation was on my birthday on the 23rd. Oh, snap. He looked crazy. Oh, she looks crazy.
Yeah, it's Blackheart from Marvel vs. Capcom. Hang on, let me get the focus.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's just the head. It's a Build-A-Figure. And but I ain't get it yet. I ain't get all the pieces yet. But speaking of Spade, man, I have seen those. I got a couple of them. I got the Spider-Man and like the Vulture. I got a bunch of Spidey ones, man. I got a dope like the cartoon, like the comic versions of Spidey and all that, and like Scorpion, Doc Ock, what else? Hobgoblin, fucking Kingpin, Kraven, Green Goblin. It's a dope lineup.
Yeah.
But yeah, Capcom, I don't know, like Fig Arts, like Capcom is something that I could see Fig Arts getting the rights to, like Japanese toy companies, you know what I mean, getting the rights to Capcom figures, characters, or whatever. It could happen. It could happen.
That'll be like Overload because you already got Street Fighter with what's the other brand who's doing them?
Yeah, there's Jada Toys doing Street Fighter. Jada and Storm is doing them too.
Yep. So there's a lot.
Yeah. So they'll definitely do Capcom. Somebody's gonna put them in there, but yeah, this Marvel vs. Capcom craze is dope. It's dope that's happening, that we're getting a lot of these. But yeah, I just thought about that, man. These Fig Arts are not gonna line up with your Marvel Legends. They're not 6 inches. They're a little shorter. They're like 5.
Yep. And they're more articulated and delicate.
They are delicate too. That's another thing. They are delicate. Like I said, I've got a few of them, and all the parts are very tiny and very, very delicate. But this is a cool figure. But if you don't, and that's the only problem with it, is that it's a Fig Arts. So if you collect figure arts, then you just collect a bunch of random characters and IPs from different, characters from different IPs and shit like that, and you put them all together. The way I collect is like I collect all Marvel shit, all DC shit, GI Joe, Star Wars, but like I don't want a shelf where it's like, random characters from all kinds of different IPs and shit, and stuff like that. Like that doesn't look as good to me, and so for collectors like that, one Cyclops to go with, all these other figure arts. Like there's not a good enough line of X-Men by figure arts to warrant this. So, or Marvel vs. Capcom. They don't come out with waves. They do one figure, they test the water. It takes like years to put out figures, and so that's my only problem is that they don't do waves. So like I want to collect a bunch of X-Men. I don't just want one Cyclops that especially is not going to look good with any of the other X-Men that I got size wise and shit.
But the crazy thing is, to me, it's still like with Marvel doing it, like with the Capcom, it's still double dipping because they just got finished doing Jim Lee's X-Men,
Right.
and it's the same figures,
Mm-hmm.
The game was based off of Jim Lee's art anyway.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, these are definitely, yeah.
I mean, they're triple. Well, at this point, they're like 15 times dipping because you got character.
Quadruple dipping, quintuple dipping. Peter Parker, Hobgoblin, Spider-Man Unlimited. Yeah, couldn't get any of them because I had to do adult stuff. Birthday's coming up. If anyone wants to contribute, happy birthday, man! Come on when your birthday, come on, hop on.
Yeah, I forgot that. Well, mine was Monday. So
Word!
Yeah.
Happy birthday, man! Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Hit the 50 spot.
Word, hell yeah!
50
Milestone.
Yeah, man. Never thought I would be 50.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah. We all gonna get there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
He almost, it's there's these Mayfex ones, like this Jean Grey would look decent with it probably, but again, you have the height issue. But even Mayfex, even though they say they're 6 inches, they seem smaller to me. Like their heads are smaller or something. Like, because I have a Mayfex Superman, for example, and it's just smaller than the Marvel Legends, even though it's the same 6 inch height, supposedly scale. So
maybe they're skinnier, not as bulky.
Yeah. Right.
Could be. Yeah. I don't know, man.
It is that, but then the heads be smaller too.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the difference of like 25th anniversary GI Joes and original GI Joes. The heads.
Yeah.
I just picked this one up too. She just came.
Oh snap!
She goes with the other Cyclops.
Nice, and it's good that they did the same type of packaging to match it up. Now they need to do. Now they need to do. Hank McCoy.
Yeah, bro. We really need another beast.
Yep,
we need a beast bad, bro.
And the Angel, because you got to do Angel, even though he turned into Archangel, but you still need that Angel. Yeah, there you go.
I have an Angel.
You got him with the X uniform one, the X Factor uniform?
Nah, wait.
Because he's supposed to have the X Factor uniform.
It's not like this. He's got red and white.
Yeah, he's supposed to be red and white.
I got that one.
Okay, that's what's up.
He's right here. Hold on.
All right,
see cool. The wings?
No, that's before. That's actually the original X-Men team. The 70s team. Angel. You need the X Factor Angel before he became.
And I got the Archangel too.
Yeah, before he.
I got the X-Force Archangel, the black and silver one. That's so dope.
Oh, okay, that is definitely tight. Man, I had all them joints, man. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, should I have kept them? Then I was like, nah, because I don't want. I was like, nah, I would go crazy, especially when they're giving me the same figures 10 times. But you got him
Yeah.
when he has the blue head as well, the Warren Worthington head, with the
Yeah.
with the Archangel.
Yeah.
So now they need a Hank McCoy beast, not the blue hair, the regular Hank McCoy X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was the original team. So it's basically
Right.
in the Iceman you already have.
Yeah. We need a new one though, I think, because we need one with pinless joints and new construction and just new everything. Because it's been a while since we've had an Iceman.
Yeah, I mean, they put out one with that cell shading, but that was like, you know, I didn't dig that one. But yeah, I mean, the Iceman that came in the same packaging as the Jean Grey and the Cyclops with the white X. Now, did you get that one? I know you got that one, the one with the white X, his original X Factor suit.
Of who? Of Cyclops?
Cyclops, white and blue. That's the original, not the yellow.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
Yeah, they had it in the same packaging. You could probably find it online now for way cheap, hopefully.
Yeah.
No.
The thing with Legends, like, there's a lot of like these clear Icemen are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Looks like this guy took the cell shading off.
Yeah, you're gonna strip it down. Yeah, because that cell shading shit is whack. To me, anyway. That's just
that looks horrible.
Yeah.
That's him right there?
Yeah, I mean that's him on the new one because they gave you the butterfly joints. But if you go to the other one I don't think have butterfly joints. It had to be the 2021. That one right there. You see the package, the 80?
This?
Right there. That's it. Click on that doobie right there. That's him. That's the X Factor. The X Factor Iceman.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll grab this one.
Yeah, he's pretty dope. He was a pretty dope figure. I had one on card and one loose. And when I had him loose, he was definitely a dope figure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they got him looking silver over here. Yeah.
Well, it looks silver, but
yeah.
Go to the X Factor Cyclops. You see what I talk about with that. Marvel Legend, yeah. And that old one should come up. So they're gonna show you the new one. You scroll down right there. You see the package all the way to your right.
Oh yeah.
That's
I remember that one.
Yeah, that's the original one, which I think was dope from the beginning. But I guess this new one has more,
Jim Lee. Oh, articulation. Yeah.
And Jim Lee's version because the original version was the white.
I got this one too. The Astonishing, I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a Marvel Legends, but
this
is an old ass. What is this? Marvel Legends Toy Biz Signature Series.
Yeah, that's the large one. That's the tall one, the 12-inch, I believe.
9 inches, 9 inches.
Oh, it's the 9-inch. Yeah.
Wow, that's ugly.
Yeah.
You got cloth on and shit.
But you know what? I don't think none of these toys are ugly as long as you have the full collection of the set. Then it looks together. If you have it pieced out, it looks ugly. But if you have it together, it looks tight, Well,
that's what I was trying to say earlier, like with the ugly duckling phenomenon. Like, that figure might be dope as fuck by itself, but on a shelf with Marvel Legends, it doesn't look right. It looks out of place, and so therefore it doesn't look good and shit.
Yeah, you need a whole bunch of figure arts to make them look nice.
Yeah, right, exactly.
See, based on the Jim Lee joint, I believe, because look at that one.
Well, Jim Lee is like this one.
Yeah, he's that one, but I think he also did a stint on X Factor for a minute.
Okay.
It was like a crossover. I gotta look at my history as far as the comics is concerned. I think he had a stint on it, and he did draw X Factor. Hold up, I think Jim Lee drew X Factor. It wasn't long.
Wow.
Yeah, he did do an X Factor. He did some art. He did the remember when they switched over to where you had the other team, the second team with Polaris and what's his name? Scott's brother. The keep forgetting his fucking name. Dazzler was on in Quicksilver.
Yo, that's hard.
Yeah, so he did draw an X Factor for a spell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's the team right there. And you know,
yeah,
that was the X Factor he drew.
Havoc, Multiple Man, Strong Guy, Polaris, and Wolfsbane, I guess.
Yep. So when he touched upon that, that's when the other, I think that's when Scott and Jean decided to quit the X Factor because they had the child or what have you.
Yeah.
Transferred over to them guys. So it was a good series. I read the whole series. It was wild. It was something different.
Yeah.
You know, at the time when I was younger, it was like you get into it heavy.
Right.
Now I can't tell you the different things. I can just once you start explaining, then I'll remember what it was.
Right.
But yeah, I had all those figures. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
All this shit, man. Damn.
That's a pretty dope set right there.
Yeah, that's a dope 2-pack. I had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Phoenix Saga. Yeah, that's when she raged out.
They remade. I have the remake. I got a couple big Jean. I got the Jean Grey where she got the big giant flaming bird behind her and shit.
Yeah, and then before that was the Builder figure with what's his name? Marco, King Marco, the fucking Juggernaut.
Oh yeah, Juggernaut. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I'm quite sure
that's all he does. He has wings on his back. That's all Angel does. He has wings. He flies. That was it. Because like when he first came out, he was the only X-Men that flew, as far as I know.
Yeah, he was.
That first team, that was like his power. He flew. Beast was like an acrobatic. Cyclops had the eye beams. Iceman was ice. Like Jean Grey was telekinetic. But yeah.
Telekinetic, telepath.
Yeah, the stealth black suit X-Force suited Wolverine exists. Oh yeah, I got him.
Yeah,
one of my favorites.
Came out with him in what 2022 or 2021? I think it was 2020. In between 21 and 22, they came out with that joint, that X-Force. Yeah, the red eyes and shit. Pretty tough. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Had that dude too, man. I just got it in my brain as like, yo, I can't really collect them joints because I didn't have them growing up. I had the comics growing up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what am I doing with this? I might as well just collect the G.I. Joes. But not to say those ain't dope. Those shits are dope. You know, make my first $1 million, I'll probably go back into it and get everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Go crazy. have an X-Men room, have an Avengers room. Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, I like how you chromed them claws out though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You chromed him out, right? No,
I
no.
ain't throwing him out. Nope.
Oh, oh
Not
yeah,
yet.
X-Force. Yeah, but he's
Yeah. Yeah, he's sick. He's super dope. This one though, to answer your question, Stu, when he becomes Archangel, he could shoot blades out of his wings.
yeah, yeah. That's why they had to amp him up. They was like, all right, he's just flying. He's just Warren Worthington with some wings and shit. So now we got, Apocalypse came through, recreate him and made him a danger to society.
They got him he comes with these.
Oh, nice.
And these are supposed to be like blades that he shoots off of his
wings.
wings. But you can't stick them on nowhere. Like, what are you supposed to just hold them and like, we're not playing with these, we're displaying them. So where does this go? Like, there's nowhere to stick it.
Between the other two wings, like
nowhere to put it.
Small and the big wings. Maybe there's some divot in there or something like that.
I've tried everything, bro. I've tried everything. If you can stick it like that looks like shit.
Unless it has something on, does it have a clamp on them?
No, there's no clamp. There's nothing. They're just
wow.
And then there's no holes. These almost seem like they could fit into holes. Nah, not really. But yeah, they're just pieces. They just added them.
They cheapened out on that. They should have added some type of extra joint to them,
Yeah. Yeah, I think Archangel's a better character than Angel. Angel's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But the 1963 X-Men was tough. But then there's the one before the 1963. I think it was 1964 X-Men. The one after, they had totally different costumes. From the blue and yellow, then they jumped into their own individual costumes. I got the comic still.
Yeah. Speaking of comics, we just got this info now. The Avengers Doomsday confirmed to introduce 4 major superheroes. They're introducing Magneto to the MCU, which again is already a Fox X-Men character.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler.
Magnus.
Yep. Charles
Xavier, you shall rule the day.
You shouldn't fuck with me, Charles. And then you got Mystique.
Oh,
yeah, these are all the Fox X-Men. What a bullshit article. We're introducing new characters. No, you're not. You're not introducing anyone new. You're bringing back some characters from Fox, which
you know how they play it. New to MCU.
Yeah.
Play it.
Yeah. Gunn confirms the 8th project that connects the new DCU. He's weaving them. What's he linking? All the project studios, Paradise Lost and Wonder Woman. We have 2. We now know they are doing 2 separate things, a Wonder Woman and a Paradise Lost, 2 separate projects. Paradise Lost is the prequel, and then they're also doing a Wonder Woman movie, confirmed to be in development. Creature Commandos 1 and 2. We know about that. Superman, we know about that. Peacemaker Season 2. Hell no. That's happening. Supergirl. Gonna be dope. Lanterns. Waller.
Yeah.
And that's it. I guess it's Waller.
Waller
Waller.
for $1.
Waller.
For $1.
A solo series starring Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Like whoever knew? Like, I bet Viola Davis didn't think she'd ever be doing a movie geared at 18 to 35-year-old white men.
Well, I think she's a great actress.
I'm so happy. Yes, exactly.
And she embodied that character. She is Waller. That's who she is. Her attitude can come through and everything. You know? And
she's
like,
just like such a classic actor. It's like,
yeah.
It's like De Niro and shit. You just somebody you would just not expect to see in comic movie shit.
Exactly.
And that's how you know it's dope.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's dope. Argus. The series is supposedly directly connected to Peacemaker and will explore Waller's relationship with her Argus team members, particularly her daughter, Leota. However, it's unclear where the series stands right now. A report indicates that Waller is one of several DCU projects facing problems in development. These projects are far from the only ones DC's development. However, these are the ones confirmed. Bung. Lanterns, no problems happening there. Supergirl is expected to include Superman's dog, Krypto. Also including Lobo by Jason Momoa.
Because you got to fight Lobo's dog.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
All cock. Let's see. I love it. I love saying her name. Millie Alcock.
Yo, in high school she probably caught hell with that laugh.
She caught so much hell.
She damn. I can imagine. Yeah. You get all cock.
Right.
That's crazy.
Oh no. I mean, hey, it depends on what era she grew up in too. We were a lot more harsh on kids in the 80s and 90s than they are now.
Yeah, right. Shoot.
We were way worse. But season 1, let's see. Peacemaker followed from the event of Suicide Squad, and Peacemaker saw. Hold on, that's Peacemaker. We know about that. Superman, we know about that. Creature Commandos. So Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman adjacent television series, Paradise Lost, was one of the initial DCU projects. We knew about it from the gate. Gods and Monsters. It was going to be focused on the origins and culture of Themyscira, right? Nothing to do with Diana Prince. Nothing to do with Wonder Woman, which I felt was a bit ambitious. And it's like, I mean,
I'm looking forward to that series, honestly.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's as good as the DC EU Wonder Woman first movie, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be hard to. I wouldn't people to really like this movie.
You know what he's gunning for, though. No pun intended.
Yeah, guns gunning.
Guns gunning. That Xena Princess Warrior type style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With all the Amazons and the adventure and stuff like that. Because remember, Xena was a dope show.
Yeah, Xena was popular.
Yeah, one of my favorite shows growing up watching. Right after the Adventures of Hercules with Kevin Sorbo, you know.
Okay.
And then they did the crossover.
Right.
With Kevin Sorbo and I forget the lady's name, but she was pretty as hell. I mean, you know, she had so I think that's what they're trying to do. They want to see if it could hit like that. So they, being ambitious. I mean, they're gonna have some thick ass Amazons in it. You know they got to. They can't have an Amazon show without them being thick and muscular.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if
we got some anorexic Amazons, he gonna lose.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, because I mean, women as sex objects is not in Hollywood.
It's not in the Hollywood, but that's what runs Hollywood. At the end
it used to anyway, but now, like, I mean, I don't know. You saw what he did, what Gunn did with. I always go back to the Nebula.
Yeah, but
Guardians 3 Nebula was like a plank. She looked like a 2x4. She had no shape, and that was done by design.
Yeah, but
They
then you look at the
purposely
other
did
chick. The other chick was thick. Zoe Saldana.
Well,
Was
yeah, I mean it's Zoe Saldana, but even yeah, I mean, but they still dialed it way down.
yeah.
And I think that to sell, and my only point is it's not that it's like it's dead or anything, but to
Yeah.
sell like a Themyscira movie about or a show
Sure.
that's all about that, it would have really helped to have, like you said, thick women in scantily clad armor. They would have done well, but that's just not in today. That's not in
But
right.
if you think about it, with Wonder Woman movies, that they still had some cheeks out there, a little something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So they have to appeal to the male audience that way, man. They have to because not for nothing, these superhero films are more geared towards us. They
I
try to
agree.
incorporate the women. Some women like it, some women don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the most part, I mean, look at the cosplay, cheeks everywhere, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
cosplay.
yo, we seen
Cosplay is man.
at Joe Fest, we seen a Scarlet with cheeks.
Hell yeah.
And I couldn't even film it. I was like, because she was with her husband. Her husband was, I think he was Snake Eyes or something like that. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
you let your wife come out here with cheeks?
Bull.
Whoa.
I'd have been
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm doing a text,
Word.
filming that shit.
Out there, straight cheeking, bro. And I was like, yo. But but that's the nature of the beast, though. I mean, sex is
Yeah.
books, visually, you look at the women in the comics, they're of course sexualized. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is
Exactly.
what
Exactly.
it is,
Absolutely. Chaz the Guru, what up, broski? Welcome to the show, Ski. You missed the unboxing. I'm sure you've seen it though already, bro. But yeah, we chopped that up.
Yeah.
Lenny tried to sell us on those patches again.
Yeah, right. Anime. Look at anime. Anime always got the cheeks. That's why it's so popular. Period.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's even anime they've dialed it down. They used to do exaggerated boobs and all that. Like they've dialed that down on a lot of shows now. A lot of anime characters, a lot of new anime stuff has dialed it way down. And yeah, it's funny. It's going across the whole world like that. But even in Japan, like that's crazy because Japan, they're not. I mean, they do what they do. They have a very different culture than us as far as that. I know Stu just was over there, and in Japan, but yeah, they the age of consent is much younger in Japan. Let's put it that way.
Wow,
much younger. I think it's like 14. Yeah,
that's like in the Arab states.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's younger out there.
Yeah, I mean they're into girls and women in schoolgirl outfits and all that. Like they're all about that shit. They be wild.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's their culture. That's you can't knock that shit unless the women have a problem with it. Then they need to do what they got to do. You see in the Arab cultures, not to get into a thing, but
yeah, but it's
in
like
Iran, they're like fighting against burqas and all that shit. Like they're fighting against the Islamic radical regime, religious government that's forcing people to be. Because that's the thing. Like when your government is a religion, that's tricky because now you're forcing people to believe in a certain religion.
But then again, that's our mindset coming from the Western world where we have.
That's how we see it, right?
Yeah,
right.
We can have a tomato or an apple and say that's our God if we want to,
right?
And which is weird, but people do stuff like that and say, "Hey, this is I worship apples,
bottle caps,
I worship birds that don't fly."
Right, right. Chickens and penguins.
Yeah.
So it's freedom of religion.
Yeah. So when we put our lens on and look at other parts of the globe, yeah, we're gonna think a certain way, but
Yeah.
we should leave it alone because that's not our thing, you know.
Yeah, but my point was this.
Yeah.
They're over there protesting against it because
Yeah.
they've decided they don't want it no more. That's on them to do.
Yeah, but
It's not on us to be like, hey, this is wrong. Like, whoa, what if they don't think it's wrong? Like, that's
And
wrong
plus,
to you, might not be wrong to them.
then you got the Western influencing around the world through visual.
Right.
So that could play a part as influencing these women to do certain things. So it's wild. It's wild, man. It's just crazy. But yeah, they really try to influence us with them goddamn patches.
Yeah, bro. They trying to do us with them patches, bro. They
see how they added more decals. I'm like, yo, y'all messed up with the patches, G. I don't care what nobody say. That was some whack movement. They could have put patches up separately on the site or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they bugging out. I spoke with the head of Super 7, what's his name? And we chopped it up. I told him my feelings about what Hasbro did to them, and you know, he gave me a take that I should have known, but I ignored it. And the take was Hasbro can do what they want to do.
Yeah,
because it's their line. You know, we're happy that they gave them the chance to produce stuff. You know?
Right.
You know, if they do come in as Cold Slither and all that, hey, they got the right to. We have to fall back and play our role. And I was like, well put, man. But the new figures, the new figures, my G. The old crazy. They're out now. Matter of fact, I gotta order that shit. They got the Jinx from the movie without the mask, looking dope. Once was a man Cobra Commander in an old format.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, they're cool, but they look. I don't know, man. They don't look like
the cartoon.
Yeah, they do. They look like the cartoon more than the toys did, right? The women are going to sew Rattler patches on their burqa. He wildin'.
Chaz wildin'. But I'm all for that separation because that gives me, you know, another reason to collect them. That's what the reaction should have been from the door. If they would have did it O-ring from the door, yo, we'd be leagues deep in Jodem.
Yeah.
Pause. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know. But it's coming along, you know. I told him about the text I sent him before. He said, yo, he got him and stuff like that, and, you know. And we share some ideas, and I hit him with something that hopefully he capitalizes on. You know,
you should have invited him. You should have invited him to do an interview, man.
Oh shit! Well, I'll text him again to see if he's available to do it.
Hell yeah,
for real. Because I mean, I'll be talking with him.
That would be sick. Yeah, because if we could really get him on here and pick his brain, man.
Yeah. So I was saying, you know, no one has done like display cases in a certain manner, like to do a display case that's like the pit, like the G.I. Joe pit.
Right.
You know, you could place things in there and you can, you know, it's like a diorama display case. That'll sell. And then I told him about what he did with that big the Cobra ship, the mothership. I was like, you know, you can still rework that, but rework it as a coffee table type style, to where as big as a coffee table where you can have storage for your vehicles.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
You know, people will pay for that, man. I know I would. I told him straight out the gate I would pay for that.
Look, Lenny's a little bit excited about these beads.
He's
with us today, so maybe in a later update we can show the guys how the lighting works. Should be really cool. We also have our
That's another thing. He again. So when they did the Dragonfly unboxing, they didn't have batteries to show the lights. You couldn't get some AAA batteries. You couldn't
send somebody to get some batteries around the corner.
real quick while you guys are doing the fan stream. You could have done it, or fucking grab a remote. I know you got some remotes around, laying around. You got some TVs and shit in there. I know you do. They had batteries. They could have get batteries, but then that's fine. You didn't have the batteries on the first show, but then to not have batteries for this one too.
That tells you that something's up with that lighting.
They aren't. Yeah, I like it ain't ready or something. Like it ain't working. Because that's bullshit. You don't have batteries.
Shorten it or something's going on with it.
Yeah, dog. That don't sound right at all. He said it twice. Yeah, he said it twice. Because when he showed the thing that lights up, which the thing that lights up is pretty cool. It's apparently, but he describes. He said that it's gonna have a red, a yellow, and a white LED light that are gonna flicker at different times, so it makes it look like crackling fire behind like a foggy piece of plastic, like a clear plastic foggy thing, and then behind that, and then in front of that, there's like a battle damaged piece of panel that's going to be there. So behind the panel, you'll see like fire flickering. Apparently, we don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that sounds cool.
I call BS on him.
We'll see.
Check out these bombs. They literally have
That's a satisfying noise.
beads in them. I believe it's frag bomb.
They literally have beads in them. Like that's a fucking innovation. Like we need a HasLab. We can't put this on the shelf, guys. This is not, mainstream. Nobody's gonna buy something with beads in it. What are you, nuts? We gotta HasLab it.
And those are two little pieces that get dropped into the bomb.
Oh yeah.
But like, what does that serve? Because no one's playing. They're just all right. You'll look at it for a minute and then you'll put it on the shelf.
That's the thing.
They gotta understand this shit is not for like they
Right.
have to put it in their minds that the guys who played with these G.I. Joes when they were little played with G.I. Joes when they were little. We're adults now. It's display. It's basically a way of saying, hey, I'm showing off my display.
Right. It has nothing to do with playing where nobody's sitting on the floor playing with their fucking action figures, right? Nobody's rolling around flying with the plane. It's like they imagine, because I've heard them describe it like, you can do this when you're doing. When are you doing that, motherfucker? You can change this to that.
Because if you think about it, look at the old school fellas who had the 12-inch G.I. Joes where they had vehicles and planes and stuff.
Yeah.
After a while, it gets tiring.
Right. Nobody's playing with that shit.
Nobody's playing with it. They bugging out now.
But and bringing up Super 7, I said earlier when they kind of showed this, like the pictures, it didn't seem to me to be like this. Like, let me show you like the full body shot. Hang on.
You got the Rattler though, right?
Yeah, I got the Rattler. It's coming. Supposedly it'll be shipping this end of this month or whatever. But
God damn.
It kind of looks, it's got a roundedness to it. I thought it was going to be sharper. It looks more bubbly, almost like a cartoon. It looks like something Super 7 would have made. See how the wings are like a rounded tip and like the rounded edges and like the rounded jet here?
Well, that's how it was with the original Rattler.
Well, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted you to pull yours out and see, because from what I remembered, this was more just like a straight up cylinder. It didn't have this sort of gradient concave like curve to it, and like I felt like the edges of this was more straight edge, not like more of like a curve like that. It's very nuanced, but in the front seems a little stubby, almost bubbly. Let me show you. And I'm not nitpicking. I'm definitely not complaining. I'm just pointing out something I noticed. Like it's not anything that bothers me or anything. What does bother me though is these stupid blast effects that they put where they can't fit next to each other, so they're bowed out because you plug them in. They're supposed to be going straight, but you plug them into this thing and they're so the base of it is like, you know, bulbous, right? So it kind of like points the things, and so they shoot out cockeyed, like you can see here. What they should do is like, and what you can do, and what I've done is you can slice off the inside and slide them right on so that they're shooting straight out. It looks so much cooler. But they did throw in some blue ones. That's the only difference. All these blast effects, the jet rocket effects, the gun effects, all that are the exact same ones reused from the Dragonfly, which is fine. You know, I'm not complaining about that either. There it is from the side. It just seems a little stubby to me in a way. I don't know. I got to see the original. Maybe I'm tripping, but we'll see the original. I think Raw Talk got one. He'll show us in a minute. There you go.
Yo, you see my?
Oh, there you go.
Crazy. But
why is not?
There we go. So if we do it on widescreen, you see there.
I'm trying to fix it. There it is.
The tail of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, that's how, like, the end of it. It's more that cylinder part is more of a straight cylinder, whereas, yeah. And it seems sharper. I don't know. And let me see the tip of the wing. Yeah, see, the tip of the wing is like a thin.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like theirs is almost like got a thick bubble at the end. The front looks pretty accurate. I mean, it looks pretty accurate. Some of the shapes of some of it is different. There's some of the parts are different, but other than that, it's pretty damn close.
Yeah.
It looks really close.
Yeah, man. See, we was doing this. Can't do this like this anymore. You can't do this shit.
Nah.
You gotta sit on the shelf like this.
Yeah. Big ass shit.
Crazy, man.
But yeah, I got the Dragonfly right there, sitting there right there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a Rattler on the other side coming at. They're just gonna be like that, facing each other.
Oh shit.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, that light was killing my eyes right quick. God damn. Better refinish setting up this damn house. This basement. Yeah. But yeah, man, I think for the most part, I mean, they did good. It's just the little suspect things they do, you know, like, okay, if this technology didn't work. Why are you trying to implement it inside just to raise the price of the damn HasLab? That's my beef. They put lights and shit, always putting lights everywhere just to raise the HasLab up. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's and beads in the missile.
Yeah,
little shit like that. Like they're acting like that's a big deal.
Yeah, and back in the day, they had lights and sounds in their vehicles in G.I. Joe. That
and
was the
beads, whatever the fuck
it is in the 90s.
You know, a lot of people, like, I'm really excited about the Snowcat. I've always wanted them to do a HasLab Snowcat, and I think we got some pretty good hints that it's going to be the Snowcat this next one.
Emily says some stuff again. I don't know.
Yeah. She's saying it's going to be cool or cold or whatever the fuck hint she kept throwing about it being cold or related to cold temperature. And so I'm hoping, really hoping that we get like a Snowcat with like frostbite, like all the snow Joes like that we haven't gotten yet. Yeah. That would be sick as fuck. And
Blizzard
and Blizzard, exactly. Who's the other one? I think there's like 3: Frostbite,
Blizzard, and there's another one. There's a few of them. There's actually quite a bit of them.
Yeah, I know. They could easily throw 4, and we already have Snow Job. They could throw 4 other ones and still.
Yep.
I know, and there's even a Snow Stalker. They could do the Arctic Stalker. That would be sick.
Yeah, and you know what they'll also do? They'll do an Arctic Stalker, but they'll also.
Oh no, he got to come with that kayak though.
Yeah, but they'll do some reuse, right? And they'll give you a regular Joe, like a snow grunt type deal.
Yeah, right. You know? Like a troop builder, snow
trooper,
trooper,
a regular trooper, a snow trooper.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, but so reason I brought that up is because a lot of people are arguing online that they would rather have the Mobat or the Mauler.
Ooh, the Mobat or the Mauler. I
My
will agree with that.
well,
I
yeah,
agree with that. I
you
agree
do?
with that. Yes,
Mm.
because I mean, the Mobat is iconic in itself, man. I mean, you
Yeah,
know, the first motorized GI Joe vehicle, as far as the
right.
O-ring
Right.
is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can get your Steeler, which is a green you know, part of the original 13 or the original 12, however you know you. I think you know we need more green shirts. Get that
Mm.
82 out the way. Get all the 82s out the way. You don't have to worry no more. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot of the older guys. They want all the
Yeah,
82s. So they can just say, hey, I did my thing with Classify. I got my 82s. I'm happy. Yeah.
that's I think that's who wants it because for
Yeah.
me, my thing is this: the Snowcat is this dynamic. It's white. It's got these bright yellow missiles. It's got a glass like front thing. It holds like 10 dudes. It's got all kinds of features on it. It's got tank treads and wheels. It's just really cool, right? There's a lot
Yeah.
of cool shit.
Yeah.
And it's pretty big. So, but the Mauler is just like a green tank. It's a green army tank. There's nothing to it. You know what I mean? Like it's just a green tank. And
Oh, you mean a Mobat? Yeah.
Mobat, right? Mauler's a brown tank.
Yeah. So you got
Still,
that.
it was a very kind of boring thing. The deal with it was that, like you said, it's motorized. My thing is that I do not believe for a second, not even a half a second, that Hasbro is going to give us a HasLab for anywhere around $300 that has motorized anything.
They
So
see
if you
that's
think you're going to get a motorized HasLab, you're going to spend $500, $600, $700, dog. I promise you, they'll make it be insanely expensive, and it
but
won't be worth
that was
it.
my
Who
point.
cares?
Yeah.
Why would I want a big giant motorized tank? Where is it going to drive?
But
Nowhere.
check it out though. Check it out. This is what I was when the first HasLab for GI Joe Classifieds came out, and which was also the nail in the coffin for me. Like I was like, you gonna pay all this money? I want something remote control. Give me a remote control vehicle.
Yeah,
It would be perfect for
Yes.
HasLab. I don't
that
care.
I agree.
You had to add another 100. So instead of it being $300 and something, it can be 400 and something. Just give me
Right.
motorized.
Right.
Even with the Dragonfly, give me some type of motorized. I'm like,
Yeah.
make the propellers run like a regular helicopter
Yeah.
got out there. Do something to where it's more adultish. You
Right.
can play it, but at some point you can bring it to the field and fly them.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, make it motorized. Make everything
Mm.
motorized. God damn it!
Yeah.
Even with if they do the bridge layer, make it lay across the bridge motorized. I mean, you did motorized stuff with the Optimus Prime and what's that? The I forget what they call it when you the voice command and he transforms and all that.
The Optimus Prime that transforms, that was a HasLab?
No, it wasn't a HasLab, but I'm saying they have ways of doing stuff now.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Wasn't that Optimus Prime? That shit was expensive as fuck.
Yeah, because he transformed. But I'm just saying your regular rudimentary your motor skills, just back and forth.
The thing is, yeah, and yeah, it was the joint when we were younger because it was motorized, but it was small, so you could have a tiny motor that could run it. This thing is going to be so big, it would need an expensive motor. It would be it would make a lot more sense to be a HasLab. Like what's HasLab? Like it should be motorized, I agree, but to keep it around the price point of $300, we'll never get a motorized Mobat.
They do it already. They have motorized tanks and all that already for less than the HasLab.
Not this big.
Oh yes. They have them in hobby shops. Look on
hobby shops. Yeah, that's not a brand,
but it still is a hobby, regardless.
I mean, listen, we're not gonna argue that. Of course, we know they can make it. They can make that shit in China for $10. We know that.
Exactly.
But it's Hasbro. They're gonna say, like, I know if they're charging me $300 for that, they put a motor in it, they're gonna charge me $1,000. I'm going by what they're charging, not by what it's really costing.
Yeah, but see, that
shit don't cost $300.
But see, that's the whole thing
with
with
LED in it. So what?
Exactly. That, but see, that's up to us to say, to tell them, we know what you're doing. You're trying to police us for every dollar.
I'm telling them all the time.
You know,
I tell them all the time. I'm fed up, and that's why I said this whole month was fuck shit. That's why this is called Nojo June, not Yojo June, because they didn't do shit. The first week, we got the fan stream and they did the pre-orders and everything was going good. Week 2, where'd they go? And then they not only they canceled the fan stream, but then they put up the pre-orders anyway. Didn't tell us when they were coming. Nobody knew they were coming. We just assumed that they would come up, and luckily we were right.
Yeah.
Then the following week, still nothing. We got a video about the Energon comics, where during the Energon comics video, they mention a Night Force Quick Kick and Beachhead that's coming out sometime undisclosed that we've already heard about at the Toy Fair. So again, another nothing.
A Night Force Quick Kick. When has Quick Kick been on Night Force?
Thank you.
When?
And you know how, and you know what? It looks just like a random like soldier. And I saw one guy in the comments go, Beachhead's all right, but that soldier guy needs such and such. And I'm like, yeah, that's Quick Kick.
Exactly.
Like, but what? How is he Quick Kick? He's just an army guy with a red bandana and long hair. Quick Kick has no shirt. Quick Kick has a strap. He wears no shoes. That's how you know it's Quick Kick.
Yeah.
You put all this shit on him, and it's a toy. It no longer is Quick Kick unless you toy. That's a lot of things toy companies do that always bother me. Like, I would see this version and be like, this is such and such. I'm like, well, that's not what he looks like. But this is such and such version. Okay, like, I get toys have to, reinvent shit and make more shit to make more toys, and I get that. That's why toy companies do it. But don't piss in my face and tell me it's raining.
Yeah. And why waste time on a Night Force Quick Kick when you can do the regular Night Force motherfuckers? Give us a Night Force Outback.
Right.
Give us you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Stop wasting your time on trying to create new motherfuckers and come with the regular motherfuckers like you're supposed to.
Yeah. But he's got like a Oni mask and shit. It's like, that's none of this is screaming either Night Force or Quick Kick.
And the Oni mask is reused from the ninjas or whatever.
Yeah. Right,
so they're trying to reuse a lot of stuff to make some more money. So when they do these extra figures, it's for extra money. And
Beachhead looks horrible. He's got sleeve, like he just looks like a kit bashed, like put together with a bunch of random parts. Horrible design. So it's a terrible 2-pack, and we already heard about it before. So again, another nothing week. And then of course today we got the unboxing of the Rattler that they told us was shipping on the 13th.
And check it out. It's a prototype unboxing.
Yeah.
Not the actual one that you're gonna get. It's a prototype.
That we don't have batteries is bullshit. It's a prototype. The lights aren't in it.
Exactly. You nailed it on the head right there, bro.
They canceled the police officer, John. Yeah, well, the police officer was coming out. They announced it the first week. Then the second week, instead of telling us when it was going up, they pulled it. They pulled the police officer figure because of the riots, which is also, we think, why they canceled the fan stream. But again, it's the lack of communication, it's the lack of information that bothers me. Not that they did what they did.
Yeah, but that's stupid in itself. Like, why are you going to cancel a police officer figure? It's this has nothing to do with fucking riots. You think
nothing?
Who's rioting is gonna be like, yo, man, I hope they don't make that G.I. Joe, man. It's gonna piss me off even more. I'm gonna riot some more. Like, come on.
Right. We're gonna we're gonna protest at Hasbro now because they made a police officer fucking toy. I don't think so.
Everybody makes police officer toys.
Everybody. And you know what? I didn't want it. Now I want one.
See?
I want two.
You know
now, because now I started thinking about all the shit I could do with a 6-inch police figure. I could have that in a Marvel setup, a couple of cops, in a Marvel scene, G.I. Joe, whatever.
Yeah.
But they already have firemen. They have all these EMTs. They have all these,
Yeah.
GI Joes. This was just the next one in the line. Nobody would have thought twice about it. No one would have related this to what's going on in California or with ICE. No one would have put that together. But now that you did this, now people are equating the two, and now this figure now represents that. When before, I guarantee no one would have thought about it. At least most people wouldn't have. I wasn't even going to buy one at all.
And that was the marketing scheme they was hoping for.
And now I wonder if it was all on purpose.
It was on purpose. It's called what they call it? What do they call it? A shadow marketing or something like that. Like you put something out there, you suggest it, and then you fall back, make people believe in the suggestion, and until it balloons, and now you have controversy surrounding a product where you can increase the value of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not for nothing. I mean, they had DEF GI Joes, Drug Enforcement Force or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, there was a we got drug dealers in GI Joe, yo.
On what? When did that? In the 90s?
Yeah, in the 90s. The dude that was in a black pinstripe suit, he's the drug dealer. I forgot his name real quick, but he's a drug dealer. And then he also had soldiers. They were drug enforcement guys. You know.
I don't know. You got to show me something.
Hold on. Let me go on. You can go into, if you're gonna on your Google, just go GI Joe DEF D.E.F.
Gotcha. Oh shit. Yes, dude, this is long after we wasn't fucking with G.I. Joe anymore.
Yeah, DEF, they're all drug enforcement. So there's a dude in there with a pinstripe suit. There you go. His name is it's called Nation Force. He's called the Headman.
Yeah, the Headman.
A drug dealer. G.I. Joe had drug dealers. So you know what I mean?
And they need to do some classified DEFs.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why they should do that. I mean, they're leaning in the 90s anyway with a lot of their figures. So why not?
Yeah.
Yes.
They got a Shockwave. They got a Mutton Junkyard.
Yeah.
They got Bulletproof. I don't know what that is.
So when you look at G.I. Joe, it's all encompassing. So why would you make controversy out of a police figure when you don't need to?
Right. Exactly. They made it. They made the hype.
Yeah. They created the hype. You pull it from the shelves. Now people are like, yo, I need 2, I need 3. And when you put it back on the shelves, automatic sellout. Automatic.
The evil headhunters.
Yeah, there you go.
You got to be shitting me.
Yeah, I got him in a black and pinstripe and an orange suit. He got an orange suit in the later years. So I got both figures in the O-ring. I got all the DEF guys.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, bro. Got all them joints in the O-ring. See, there you go in the orange suit. Pimpin'. Or the Headman. Yeah. So G.I. Joe's very interesting. After the 80s.
Yeah.
90s,
they went nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to see some other ones. We got Gristle.
Gristle is one of the lieutenants.
And Meat. Oh, wait, what's his name? Hang on.
And yeah.
Yes. That's actually not a bad looking figure, though.
He looks like a Miami Vice drug lord type dude.
I guess.
With the face, like some Don John.
Yeah.
Type character.
Urban drug dealer.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. And that is the Headhunter. I have
these are like just soldiers. Headhunters.
So
Okay,
I
cool.
have him in that color, and then he comes in a lime green color too. Like
Yeah,
the brown is lime green.
yeah, I like this one. That's
Yeah,
cool. Electronic Battle Flash Rocket Launcher.
yeah,
So
see,
they spark.
yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
like a lighter.
Uh-huh. Oh
Crazy.
wow, they started doing all kinds of weird shit. The Eco Warriors with the
Mm-hmm.
shit that squirts water.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude's
Yeah.
wow. This dude, Headhunter Stormtroopers.
Yeah, I got the
Why
storm.
have I never heard of this?
Yeah,
This
stormtrooper.
is wicked. Elite Drug Guards. Yeah, this is like some Mad Max shit.
Yeah, the elite drug guards. They hold G.I. Joe at bay from the bricks.
Yeah. What?
So, yeah, I'm doing a little that's why I want to do my dioramas after I finish off getting these figures. Because I'm gonna have a whole room full of bricks and I'm gonna have them
Yeah.
guys sit. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we're getting this guy finally. I can't wait. He's gonna look great in classified.
Yeah.
See, I actually had him as a kid, or at least I definitely saw him at some point because I recognized this dude. It seems like he came out. He must have came out '89.
No, he was 92, 91 or 92, bro.
Okay, so it's definitely after me.
So yeah, dope figures, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure '89 was the last year I played with GI Joe.
Mm.
Oh wait, what's this version?
Yeah, that's the 25th anniversary exclusive.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a what does it say? GIJoe.com club exclusive. Yeah,
damn, they're probably gonna make him look like this.
that's $150 figure right there, off top.
Oh wow.
Yeah, off top. They get expensive, man. Them 25th anniversary. You thought the O-rings was expensive? Them 25th is crazy expensive.
Oh really? They're higher than the O-rings?
Yeah, they're higher as far as the rare exclusive ones. Because my brother
Uh-huh.
bought them. Like there's this exclusive dial tone club
Mm,
exclusive. He caught
mm,
it for a great price too. But they go from upwards 115, 120. You see the
yeah.
lime green dude down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, hundreds. Yeah, so yeah, man. I got him.
Hmm.
Got the other one. I got both of them. I'm an army build them and give me like 5 or 6 of them.
I need another one of these. I used his head on the other Night Force one.
Mm.
It annoyed me that the Night Force Tunnel Rat had no face paint.
Mm.
Like I don't get that.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
But that's how the OG one was. But I still don't like it.
Yeah, same here. It's like, yo, that's weird.
Right. Like I guess I get you want to make him different, but that's not how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him. I had this dude too, Muskrat. I hope they make him.
Yeah, they're supposed to make him.
Yeah. This is crazy though. Dial tone has still never been shipped.
Damn.
Nobody has a classified dial tone. Like 5 people have one. Chaz the Guru was in here earlier. He got one. He was one of the only people I know. He's the only person I know that got one.
Mm.
And I don't know how the fuck he got it. He told me he got it from a dude, and I went to that dude, and the dude's like, I never had any. So I don't know what.
Yo,
You can't find these shits. Yeah.
Hey, have him. We jacked the truck.
Right.
That's all.
Iceberg. That's the other one. Iceberg.
Yeah, Iceberg Slim.
They need to make Iceberg Slim with the Snow Cat.
Yeah, they will. They will.
I had Iceberg.
But they'll do a female. They got to drop a female in there. So you might get a female Scarlet or a cover girl with this.
We need another Lady J.
Lady J, yeah.
We've had 2 Scarlets and 2 cover girls now.
Yeah, they're gonna do Lady J in the snow. Maybe Flint too. They may do Flint and Lady J in the snow.
That would be sick.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Man, G.I. Joe is just
a fucking retro snow job. That'd be even doper.
Oh, of course. You know they coming with it, man. You know they coming with it.
Mm-hmm.
They got to. There's no choice in the matter. They got to make the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but though G.I. Joe is just crazy, man. Like
DEA,
Fe-
DEA.
Joe Fest was crazy, man. Yo, I was literally I had anxiety attack, bro,
What happened?
because I had like my I had an overload in sensory overload. When I
Mm.
went into the place, man, yo, it's like if a crackhead stayed in a room full of crack.
Mm-hmm.
You're wondering
Bro,
what the fuck was going on. I'm looking everywhere. G.I. Joe, wall to wall. I'm like, I'm panicking. I'm like, I want to buy all this. I
that's
need,
why I don't go sometimes, bro, because I can't stand it.
yo, I was going here. I'm going there. I'm like, yo, I need to see, the first booth I went to, I went crazy. Then I went crazy at the next booth. I'm like, yo, a person who's really had no real control will lose all their money in that place.
Mm-hmm. Easy.
Yeah. Luckily for me, I was like, yo, I budget myself a certain way, and I was like, yo, I can't touch any other monies. But
I don't know why they haven't even done this one yet, but I really think Classified is going to give us this one soon.
oh, the dress blues gun hole,
Mm-hmm.
they should give us that.
They
That would,
might or might not, but I hope they do.
if
The
they,
only reason I think they wouldn't is because it's like an official uniform.
yeah,
But I
only
hope
if you
that's
use
why.
the initial insignia. You can have the uniform without,
Right.
but
Yeah, there's definitely ways around it. Kid.
you got to have a Marine with his insignia. So
Right.
they have to pay for that.
I think, but doesn't the original Gung Ho has a Marine thing on his chest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have to pay for that, man.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
should.
I need that one. Yeah, that was a figure I had as a kid for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or they can do it with that and then give you a 2-pack of extra Marines. That way, you can do a like a procession of, dressed
Yeah.
out blues like they normally do before,
Mm-hmm.
So like 4th of July, they have them certain places when they do the parades and stuff like that.
Right.
Or when you come out when they have family day at the bases and stuff like that, they may start a celebration off, things of that nature,
Right.
ceremonial stuff. But that'd be dope. That was one of my favorite figures too, the dress blue gun hole.
Yeah, man.
It was different, and he had a
Right.
saber. Everybody
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
he had a saber. It's a saber.
Saber, right.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would say try to make it to another Joe Fest, man. Or try to make it to a Joe Fest because it's very different, bro. It's a different beast. I mean, everybody's hardcore Joe heads. I mean, they
Yeah.
had other stuff there that they were selling, but the focus was on G.I. Joe. And the weird thing it was, I mean, if people wasn't buying classifieds, because there were some people buying classifieds, but it was
Right.
mostly O-ring. It was mostly O-ring. Like, it was ridiculous. I was like, are you crazy? That's wild. Every table, if they didn't have O-rings in abundance, there was an issue. Any Joe you can find. Any Joe, except for the creative Cobra. Everybody was looking for that creative Cobra. That thing had to be at least $1,200 to $1,500 for that figure, if they had one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was hardcore, man. G.I. Joe. Sergeant Slaughter was there. Larry Hama was there.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
Yeah. But what's his name? The creator of the figures, the 82 figures, Kurt Bazzigian was there.
Mm.
The artist that did all the box art and stuff, he was there. What's his name? I got his autograph because he's doing something new. I keep forgetting his name, but there was a lot, man, going down there. Took pictures with a life-size Zartan 3D print. It
Oh,
was
dope.
yeah, man, it was crazy, man. People was like my cousin, he was racking up heavy, bro. He was racking up, man. He had to spend like close to 15,000 or so dollars there. He was,
Wow.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah. He doesn't
Who?
fuck. My cousin, he don't fuck
Oh,
around.
wow.
Yeah, he was going in crazy, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Damn.
He go. He's on
15,000.
YouTube. Yeah, yeah. He's on YouTube. He's on
Oh, okay.
East New York's finest. Yeah, yeah. He
What
goes
is it?
East New York's finest. He's no
Dope.
joke. Yeah. So all three of us rolled down there, and yeah, we had a ball, man. I want to do it again, but we really gotta. I don't want to be working the next day. I ain't got no graduation the next day because I want to come back like on a damn Monday or Tuesday. If I'm doing a whole weekend, I want to get there on a Thursday, leave on a Monday because
Right.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is banging times. Then they had these hallway and room deals. It's just crazy. And next time I'm gonna go down there with 20 grand. Like fuck it, 20 grand. And I'm gonna go stupid with 20 grand.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
That's the only way to really feel good about it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you still feel good. I mean, it's it was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, got some great deals. I completed a lot of vehicles I needed to complete. But when you see the videos of other people's footage, it's everybody's just kind of like the same anyway, you know what I mean? Because
Mama Luke.
yeah,
Oh, he says it's not a saber, it's a Mama Luke.
it's a Mama Luke.
It's a NCO thing.
Okay,
Damn
okay.
it. Yeah, Marine
I always
shit.
thought it was a saber.
Yeah, me too.
Based upon historical reference to like war generals.
Yeah, right.
To war with sabers, but okay.
Oh,
Mama Luke.
Ironheart is out. We
Mm.
Ironheart is available now. All the first 3 episodes.
Okay, I might have to check that out at some point.
Yeah, fans are more certain than ever now that Marvel will finally introduce a specific long-awaited character before the series is done, based on these first 3 episodes. Because a lot of fans were thinking that Mephisto might appear in a lot of previous magic-based or magic-related like MCU projects like WandaVision, Agatha, all that shit. Now his arrival in Ironheart seems all but assured. The street level villain in the show, called the Hood, is played by Anthony Hamilton Ramos. Is currently shown to be gathering supernatural powers from some unknown source, at the cost of his body slowly decaying. And he said, it's the price I've got to pay for what he did to me. Now, that line alone, the price I've got to pay for what he did to me, that sounds to me like a deal with the devil. And he says at one point, so, and fans are taking as a clear nod to, this deal with Mephisto. Yeah. And so, yeah, making these sort of deals with Mephisto is a thing. It's Mephisto's thing. Like whenever you see him in comics, he's making some deal with somebody. That's how Johnny Storm or Johnny Blaze became Ghost Rider.
Yep.
And so, but if the show needed to spell out even clearer, the scene towards the end of the show's 2nd episode where Riri Williams stands in front of a wall. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Riri Williams stands in front of a wall covered in posters for Faust. And Faust, or Dr. Faustus, is a legendary German story of a man who makes a deal with the devil, right? Faust.
Yes. If you see Tombstone, you definitely know who Faust is. Yeah.
And so the original Faust is Dr. Faustus. They made this book back in the day, an old German book about making a deal with the devil, and the guy that made the deal was named Dr. Faustus.
Yeah.
And so he exchanged his soul for certain temporary pleasures at the cost of ultimately becoming enslaved. And so the man in the book interacts with the devil through a character named Mephistopheles. And so in some later adaptations, they also just call it Mephisto.
Yeah, the
In
dealer.
some later translations. So yeah, that's where the character Mephisto comes from, Mephistopheles. It's not the devil. It's a character that it's sort of the go-between between the man and the devil. Like the man doesn't actually deal directly with the devil. He deals with Mephisto.
Yeah, his agent.
And so, yeah, in Marvel, he's sort of thought of as like the devil, but he's really not.
Because you got many type demon types. You got Dormammu.
Right.
You know, you also have there's Lilith. There's a Lilith in Marvel thing. She's a demon.
Yeah.
There's a few of them. There's a lot of. I got all these Marvel books or of the figures and characters. But yeah, there's a lot of demonic creatures in Marvel.
Yeah.
But Mephisto's the one that makes the deals, though. He has to make the deals, you know, or he's in jeopardy as well.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's Riri right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's wow. I like how they did that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's Faust.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
I wonder who's gonna play him.
Well, as hints, as far as hints go, I think it's pretty blatant. So yeah, I think it's pretty sure we're getting him. But yeah, who's gonna play him?
Because
what's he gonna look like?
Well, wasn't it Sasha? Was it Cohen? What's his name? The dude that played.
Oh, right. That was one of the fan castings. Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be funny. I mean, he looks like a damn Mephisto type.
Oh yeah, he could definitely look like him for sure.
Yeah.
And he's a really good actor too.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
He's a really good actor, so he could definitely pull that shit off for sure.
Oh yeah.
And
he looks like he's one that'll make deals with you, and it's like in a way.
Right.
And he does it like, I don't know if you've seen most of his stuff. It's controversial, but it's spot on-ish stuff. But yeah, he'll do good. But it also leads into the Suns. The Midnight Suns. I think Riri leads into Midnight Suns.
Yeah, right. And that makes sense. Like Mephisto rolling in there. So I think it's a pretty good. It's confirmation. I think that we're gonna have Mephisto finally. And honestly, it's like, why wouldn't we? But the fact of it being in Ironheart is some new shit. That's interesting. And there's a lot of been reports, that Ironheart secretly has Mephisto with Borat actor Sacha Baron Cohen playing as as Mephisto, with live action / CGI, character that he'll be, and he's not part of Ironheart's officially announced cast or characters, but I think it was Deadline in 2022 reported that Sacha Baron Cohen had filmed some scenes for Ironheart in a secret role, and people believe that to be of Mephisto. To date, Disney has kept quiet about Sacha Cohen even being in it, but recently they left a cheeky hint with the series episode guide that pointed to when fans should expect his arrival. Earlier this week, Black Panther director Ryan Coogler linked Ironheart's story with that of Marvel's next big blockbuster, Doomsday. Even though the series was filmed before Robert Downey Jr.'s incarnation of Doctor Doom was publicly confirmed.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's actually, you know, it's not like it's actually was made after the fact or legitimately, you know, was made with that in mind. But still an interesting prospect, man. I think it would be really cool if that it would make the I think it would make the series have a lot more fans because Ironheart doesn't have a big fan base and a lot of people are not interested in it. But if you throw Mephisto in there, it really ups the viewership, and that's what Disney needs, and that's what Marvel needs is viewership.
Yeah.
Stu Dog in the building. Where you at, bro?
You. Yeah, this time around, they definitely got to do something with a lead female character. Like, they messed up with the She-Hulk. Yo, what up, Stu?
Stu, what up, man?
What up?
Did you come
right?
back?
What up? Happy belated birthday, Raw Talk.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Did I do what? Hold on, let me switch headsets real quick.
Did you get you a sword while you was out there?
I'm not coming in real quick.
I don't think you can hear us.
Oh.
I don't know. He said he got a Mama Luke in Japan.
Yeah, Mama Luke. Did you get a Hitari sword, man?
You get a Hanzo sword?
A Hanzo Hitari?
Hattori Hanzo? Are you home yet, bro? You can't hear us.
Yeah, he's frozen.
Yeah, I literally just can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
You.
Yeah,
I literally just came in the door, man.
Word.
The driver that bought us back from me, he took the longest way I ever saw. Took me 2.5 hours to get back from New York, JFK, to my house. It took me 2.5 hours. You know I'm PO right now. I'm done. I'm done with traveling. I said, bro, why are you taking this way? Like, he took the longest way you could take.
And did he get paid by the mile?
Pissed me off, man. I was like, I hope he did, because that's what it took. It's an hour. I'm less than an hour from Raw Talk. Like, and Raw Talk is closer to New York than I am. So it's like 2.5 hours, bro. Like,
he's trying to milk that shit.
Then he was late. Yeah, he was late picking us up, and then it was just a whole big thing, man.
Your internet is fucked up, bro.
Chiming in on the chat. Oh,
I think your internet
I was still streaming from the phone. I mean,
oh, that's what it is.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's all fucked up. It's all you're coming in all glitchy and choppy and shit. Okay, yeah, it's coming through all fucked up, and there's like a lot of static too.
Hold on. Hang on,
maybe it's your headset.
Let me connect to my Wi-Fi real quick.
I mean, you're good. You're good.
I just noticed you cut your dome, bro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had to. It's too fucking hot.
Yeah, man.
This is back to my OG look. I've had this haircut since I was 15. I mean, if you look at my earlier videos, my hair was just like this. But I just started growing it one day, and I was like, "Fuck it, let me just see how long it can get." And I was like, "Let me just see how I look," and like, I had to get past. There's a lot of stages where it's gonna look fucked up, but like, I knew once I got to a certain length, I might be able to get some cool looks out of it. But I could only get ever like one look, and it just never hit me. It just never was me, man. I don't know. It's just not me, man. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do the John Wick thing, man. I tried.
Or Reno Wick.
Word, Reno Wick.
Word up. Yeah, man.
But
still,
Tom King is coming back to Batman.
Okay.
He did one of the great Batman runs in comics, and he's was on the Batman Book Club podcast, and he made a recent appearance talking about the origins of the now classic Batman / Elmer Fudd comic.
Batman Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, the influence of Killing Time Batman series, the Joker found in the winning card, as well as plenty on the Riddler, Batman, Catwoman, the Penguin. Talked about a bunch of shit. Why Hollywood has been winding down his comic book work of late.
Yo, hold on. Because I never heard of this. Probably I wasn't in tune with the Batman Elmer Fudd. But yo, Batman, why Elmer Fudd blasting the shit out of Batman? Yo,
blew his wig off.
He's like, wow. I'm like, wow. Yeah, this says that. Wow. The craziest script. Batman and Elmer Fudd. Oh, shit. Yo. Yo, that's crazy, man. This dude is crazy.
Or
Elmer Fudd shooting them in wild directions and stuff. Yo, yeah, dude had to be on something to make this. I can't kill the rabbit, but I'll kill a bat. Yo, that's wild.
Bat season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, but they did a more adult version.
Oh, word! This ain't it.
Nah. Go do the Google. Now go scroll down. Yeah, there you go. You'll see it. Yeah, there you go.
But that's it.
Yeah, you scroll down a little bit more.
That's Elmer Fudd right there.
Yeah. Now go.
Wow.
Go out of that. Go scroll down. Scroll down more because they should show you when my man blasts Batman. That whole panel looked crazy.
Oh shit! They made a serious one.
Yeah, serious one. My man blasts Batman straight to the chest plate. You know?
So they got a crazy funny comic one, and then they made this serious one. That's what happened.
Yeah, that serious one is crazy.
Why can't I find it? What'd you type in?
Go on. All right, scroll in Google. You gotta. Oh, yo.
Hold on, I'm on Bing. Hang on.
Yeah.
All right, what?
Batman and Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd, Batman, either or. Now you go into images. Scroll down. There you go. You see, you blast. Bow.
So okay, they wrote the same.
Crazy.
Wow. I said wow.
Yeah. I've been trying to find these comics. They got a whole lot of those comics out. I've been trying to find them joints for the longest. Never seen them in no comic book stores.
Look.
That shit is wild, bro.
Look.
Yo.
Look. That shit. Hang on.
Wabbit season.
Look. You see how it says Papwow?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like him, like how he talks.
Look, Papwow. They put it in this one too.
I used to hunt rabbits. Now I
says
hunt
it's dark and so Tom King did this. Hold on.
Yo.
Let me find out Tom King wrote this.
Yo, look how he crouching though. Check that.
That's the cover right there. He coming. Yeah, writer Tom King. Okay.
Yo, he wild.
I fuck with this. Bro, I got a whole stack of Tom King Batman, bro. Tom King did a great Batman. He did a Bane, City of Bane. That's super thick. I fuck with
See, he blasted
Marvin the Martian. Hold on, Marvin the Martian, son.
Scroll up a little though. Let's scroll up.
God damn, boy.
Right there with the other papa. You see him? You see he blasting them from backwards with the shot.
He threw it over his shoulder.
Yeah, wow.
Follow me if you want to.
Yo.
Wow.
Come get some of this.
Martian the Manhunter versus Martian
My
the
car
Manhunter.
keys?
When I was a kid, for some reason, I really liked Marvin the Martian.
Oh yeah.
He just looked cool as fuck. Yeah, I just really liked I just liked his design a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to blow up the earth.
Yeah.
That's my truth. And it's funny. I'm doing all the art for all the Warner Brothers. That's Batman. That's Looney Tunes. Mortal
Look,
Kombat.
he hit him a third time.
Yeah, he blasting this shit. And
Look, he matrixed him. He matrixed him.
And he Mac.
Yeah, he did.
He neo'd him.
Yo,
Batman neo'd him.
But he came with the gat though.
Bro. Look, Elmer's walking off. Look, Batman creeping up on him.
yo, the battle.
Wow. Turn around and hit him again. Wow. Batman hit him. Wow. He's hit him in his face with the gun. Wow.
This is the shit.
Wow.
You didn't need
enough wambling.
You needed.
Yeah, Tom King, son.
Batman, Elmer Fudd. Damn.
So I wonder if this was based on this. That's funny.
Yeah, that cover right there, that black and white cover is serious.
Yeah, I like this cover right here where he's creeping.
They came out a couple years ago, but I've never seen them in any comic book stores. I've been looking for them too, but they're hard to find.
Let me see if I can find them.
Let me see.
I mean, they might be hard to find in a comic store, but you can go on eBay anytime and get one.
Oh, I know we can go on Scalper's Island and get them. Just like you never see the Disney ones with the covers.
Well, eBay isn't really bad with scalpers with comics. Comics are pretty good. They're pretty well priced.
Yeah, comics are pretty good. Yeah.
But this is a dope cover, man, where Elmer's creeping.
Elmer Fudd versus Batman. God damn.
So it's the Looney Tunes. So they did Marvin the Martian and Marvin the Manhunter. I meant Martian Manhunter. And they did Batman and Fudd. They did what else did they do?
It had to be Superman and somebody else.
No, they did hold on. I'm looking for the they did Harley Quinn and Gossamer. Harley Quinn and Gossamer.
Oh yeah.
They did
Gossamer. Wow.
Yep.
That big ass monster.
It was a whole line. I never saw any of them. I went to my comic book shop the week they were supposed to come out. Never saw any of them.
There go Gossamer right there. Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on Scalper's Island.
Yo, my two favorite characters they put them together. Hell yeah.
And
Daffy Duck was my favorite Looney Tunes, hands down. And Joker's my favorite villain. I fuck with this. I'm buying this. I'm ordering this ASAP.
That shit look crazy. That shit look crazy.
My two favorite dudes. That shit look hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Sure, if you cut out for this business, Duck.
Man got the knife behind his back. The Joker's just crazy. He's the embodiment of chaos.
Chaos.
Word. Yeah, the Joker ain't no joke. That's crazy.
Who else? Roadrunner. Oh shit, Taz in the JLA.
Oh shit. You know he whooped all their asses.
I know, yeah, you know Taz went off on them Joker. Yeah, you know they did a whole line. It's just hard to find. Just like with the
Nah, they didn't do
Disney
Wile E.
ones. The
Coyote
Disney
and
ones.
Lobo.
Oh shit!
Wiley and Lobo, son.
They going after the Roadrunner.
Dog.
Hope they ain't using Acme products.
Oh my god. This is another one I gotta get.
Yeah, this shit is wild, man. You put me on to something crazy.
Word. Y'all heard it here.
Y'all heard. Yeah, that picture of Lobo is sick.
Well, yeah.
I can't wait
Yeah,
to
that's
see
dope.
how what you call it, pull him off and
Right.
yeah, because he looks. I mean, when I first seen him, I knew he was Lobo.
Yeah.
Whenever when he did the movie, what is it called, The Wolves?
Yeah. Wolves. That he was like this in Wolves.
Yeah, he was just like I was like, yo, that's Lobo. I went crazy, and now that he's actually going to do the part that he was born to play, because
Yep.
actors they got parts that they were born to play.
Right.
He's finally finding his.
Yep.
Because the guy who played that played his brother in Aquaman, that played the what you call it, he should have been Aquaman.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I mean,
The bad guy. Yeah.
yeah, I keep forgetting his name, but he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was bugged out in the A-Team though. He was bugged out as Lynch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah. So Supergirl gonna be fighting Lobo. That's what's up. I'm with it.
Yeah, that's I'm with it. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
There he is in Wolves.
Yeah, and Wolves, he looks.
You know what? But we need a bunch of, because their biggest complaint about Superman, Supergirl is, oh, there's nobody to fight them. They're so powerful. No, you can bring some people to the screen
Hell
and
yeah.
give them a run for their money.
Yeah.
That's the one thing they all, because everybody always says, why is it always Lex Luthor or Zod or
Good movie too. I like that movie. I like that movie. Wolves. I got
which
it.
one?
Yeah, it was a good movie. Wolves. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
Yeah, Wolves is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolves is good. Wolves is real good.
Yeah. I caught
Yeah,
that
Wolves
on
is good. And you know what? I caught that on
HBO.
my streaming box.
Oh, okay.
I caught that on my streaming box, and I thought it was like I was just, you know how you just looking for something to watch. I was like, let me see what this all about.
I caught it
had
on
heard
HBO
about it.
too. Yeah, I
Yeah.
caught it on
And I
HBO.
stopped watching.
Mhm.
I ain't rich like y'all. I don't have HBO. I can't afford HBO.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
We can't all be rich like Stu.
No sir, no sir. I can't afford HBO. Y'all talking about? Oh yeah, y'all was like, I seen it on HBO. Y'all, you got money.
You
if
know,
you got HBO.
I had HBO back when but that's before all the streaming shit came out. I stopped fucking with HBO. I don't pay for no cable at all. I don't even have basic cable. I don't have no TV running in I have no cable. I have internet only because everything I watch is on streaming.
That's it.
Either
You just
whether
got
it's
internet only.
that's it. Whether it's a movie or whether it's a show or whatever, I watch it on streaming. Because A, I hate commercials. B, I don't care for any network TV shows at all, except for like Breaking Bad and like Mad Men and shit like that. Which I can watch those on streaming if I want to watch them. But if a new show comes out on TV that I want to watch, it's also on streaming now.
Yeah.
So
you
there's
just go stream it.
literally no reason to pay for cable if you don't like fucking TV. And I don't like reality shows. I don't like game shows. I hate all that shit. I loathe it. I have no interest in it. It doesn't do anything for me. So that's the only reason you would get cable is to watch those shows. You can't tell me one thing that you can get from cable that you can't get from the internet that I give a shit about or that I want to watch. So for me, it made sense to turn off all the cable, stop paying that bill for no reason because I never watched it. And then I just started. Then for a while I was paying for all the streaming services, and I looked at my bill and I'm like, man, all these streaming services together, it's damn near what I was paying for all the cable services. I'm like, fuck that. And then I found
I had to bring that. You got to bring that to a lot of people's attention because people don't realize it.
Then I found the other site that I could see all that stuff for free.
Word.
Yeah, I just got basic cable. That's it, man. I mean, that's only because I watch a lot of sports. You know what I mean? So that's about it.
See,
I
that's
gotta see
another thing.
football in the winter.
I don't fuck with sports either. I have no reason
Now
to
I'm
watch TV.
now I'm gonna keep it a buck. If I wasn't such a big like sports fan, like watching basketball, football, and all,
Right,
I would have no cable in this piece.
right.
I'd be like you know, I just had internet and that's it, bro.
That's all you need.
I wouldn't need anything else.
You
You
guys,
can probably stream all that sports shit somewhere.
yeah. You guys are married, so you know. You
I
gotta have
I
cable.
was.
You was. See, it's a difference. When you married, the wife want to watch some stupid on television. You got
Right. The wife always wants to watch reality TV or whatever, wants to be able to flip through channels and
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, it is hard. If you got a wife, the wife gonna want TV.
Yeah, you don't
But if
want
you're just a dude, you have no reason to have TV.
exactly. Shoot, when I lived down in Georgia, I ain't had no TV, no shit. I had nothing. Nothing. Not even. I don't think I had. Did I have internet? I think yeah, I had internet. That was it, and I was perfectly fine. This is before I had kids, man. I was on some real, John Wick shit. You know what I mean? On my lonesome type deal.
But
Yeah, there's Lolo. But once you have kids and a wife, man, shit, it don't matter no more. Cable or
It don't. No, he right, cause that's my wife. She just watch reality TV. She watch
The Voice,
what else she watch?
The Mask.
Oh no, there's all women. I don't know what it is with women. All women like ID channel. I don't know what that is. What's that all about, man? They must be plotting on killing us or something. And they like Lifetime and the Hallmark channel.
Yeah, I just got my wife. She's on Hulu, not Hulu. Timu, not Timu. What the fuck am I trying to say?
I hope he's white, bro. I hope they paint him all white.
Tubi, she's on
Tubi, yeah. But yo, raw talk. Hold on, wait a minute, raw talk. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm in her defense. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I watch Tubi all day. I'm not gonna lie.
I watch it.
I'm
listen. Tubi TV step their game all the way up. Listen, and you know now. First of all, y'all know I'm a big fan of Star Trek. I watch Star Trek all day. Oh, they got a Star Trek channel. Yeah. I watch Star Trek all damn day. All damn day, all damn night.
But yeah, but
Night
you can watch that on any
18.
I can watch.
I'll be watching, right?
I can show you what.
It's just different. It's different when it comes through like live across the TV. Like when remember Reno we was talking before. I was like, when I get bored, it's not on TV. I just turn on the Hasbro live stream channel and just watch reruns of G.I. Joe all day.
Right.
Yeah, I just watch those.
I do that shit too.
Yeah, so it's like I'll be watching Knight Rider. I'll be watching G.I. Joe. I'll be watching 18. I was watching Miami. I didn't know there was so many famous people on Miami Vice. And I watched Miami Vice when I was a kid. They were
guest stars all the time.
Yeah, it was mad famous people on Miami Vice.
I
mean, people that made it real big.
Yeah, I rewatched that shit recently, Miami Vice.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
DVD.
I got them on DVD too. I got them on Blu-ray. I got them on Blu-ray, raw talk.
I know.
What I realized is that,
but I got them on sale at Best Buy. I think I got it for like $20. I never knew they made them on Blu-ray. I was looking for them on DVD, and I just
Miami Vice was a straight up music video, bro. It was a long ass music video.
It was.
Yeah, right.
It really was.
They had whole sections where they would just have show them driving, and it would just show the car driving through the night.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they playing the music
for like 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, they be like, yeah. They play some dope ass song by U2. And you be like, yeah.
Everybody
Phil Collins,
everybody slept on Michael Mann's because Michael Mann made the show. Yeah. And then he turned around and made the movie with Colin Farrell, which I thought was phenomenal.
The movie was great. The movie was great. I have to take my hat off to them.
I love that movie, dog.
I like the movie too.
Good,
yeah,
bro.
I thought the movie. I thought the movie was. It did. the way and the story, everything was great about it, man. They stuck to the lore and everything, bro. Like all the lore, like it was
It's
good,
pretty
man.
good.
I
Pretty
really
good.
liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The show though, the show was it was the first TV show. See, like I said, I don't like network TV because like I like cinematic shit. Miami Vice was the first show to ever that was like mini movies.
Yeah.
And Michael Mann wanted to make it an hour long, and that was the first hour long show on like network TV like that. And it was a dramatic
Yeah, it
show.
was.
You know what I'm saying?
It was.
And there was no nothing. Everything was like sitcom-y and shit like that, and family comedies and shit. You know, and they didn't have no shit like that, bro. They Miami Vice was groundbreaking as fuck.
Yeah, man. Plus,
It was everything about it.
Changed
The way
the
they
game of
dressed,
TV.
and then you got to remember.
It made
They
TV more
influenced the
cinematic.
whole. They influenced the whole generation how to dress, music we listen to, and everything, bro.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
people was dressing like Crockett and Tubbs, like straight up and down.
All day. Everybody had the fucking jacket with the sleeves rolled up, the suit jacket with the sleeves rolled up.
Yeah, people was dressing like we was dressing like Crockett and Tubbs. It was wearing no socks with the loafers with no socks.
Yeah,
all that, man. Yeah, they defined the generation. That's when we started wearing all those bright colors. When we used to wear hot pink and those pastel colors and all that. All that came out of Miami Vice.
Hard too. Tubbs was hard, bro. Tubbs was not no soft motherfucker, bro.
Remember Tubbs always wore double. Remember Philip Michael Thomas always wore a double-breasted suit. Always, the whole joint. Always, no matter what. You seen run jokers down with a pair of shoes on and a double-breasted suit, tackle him in the garbage and everything. Yeah, he have on a pinstripe joint.
Word.
He have on a pinstripe joint.
Slacks with some hard bottoms.
Yeah, I seen the joint the other day. He chased the Joker down, tackled him in the trash. He had on a pinstripe, double-breasted suit with shoes on with no socks. Tackled the Joker. Picked him up, punched him in the face and everything.
Well, they got a store. They got a store in the mall called Philip Michael Thomas or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they do.
It's called I think so. It's called Philip Michael Thomas, Michael Phillips, something like that. It's definitely a fucking nod to Philip Michael Thomas and Tubbs, and all the clothes is like style like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that shit was bad.
Yeah, because could be something he's doing. That's dope.
Could be.
That dude ain't no joke, man.
Yeah. That would be a good ass idea.
And then that was like it came off the heels of Scarface too, because
He's right about that. He 100% right about that. Yeah. It did come out, and that. Me personally, I don't know, but I kind of think that's what inspired it. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Partially, yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong, but
and not to be crazy, but in real life, they were moving bricks and metric tons down in Florida.
Big time. Yeah, you ain't lying about that. Yeah, they were selling hella drugs down in Florida. I got a cousin that's a cop in Miami-Dade. He'll tell you the same thing. He said at one point he was telling me Miami. He said Miami is rougher than New York.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I got family members that they wasn't on the police side. Moving weight. Real weight. Yeah.
I've seen bricks before. A lot of people say, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah. There goes Zena.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You can.
But I always watched, and for us being little guys back then, we're watching Miami Vice. Yo, that's crazy in itself.
Yeah. Because I used to have to sneak. I used to sneak and watch that joint at night. Everybody, Mom, I'm gonna go to bed. I should turn on Miami Vice. My mom caught me watching Miami Vice. She'd be like, "Boy, what you watching? Turn that off."
Bro, my mom, she was like, "Yo," I was like, "I'm watching Night Rider, then I'm watching Miami Vice, and because it came on the Friday."
It did, yep. Yes, it did. I used to always raw talk. I used to get it raw talk. I used to save my money, get me a bag of Twizzlers. Miami Vice came on. I'd be eating my Twizzlers, watching Miami Vice. I had a ritual, boy, every Friday. You know what else used to come on Friday too? Blue Thunder. I used to watch Blue Thunder. I used to watch Blue Thunder, Automan, and then Miami Vice. Because Miami Vice came on at 10 o'clock.
You got it right. That was the Friday lineup. But
that was the Friday lineup, yeah.
That was for channel. No. Automan.
Automan came on ABC, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
So, Automan and Blue Thunder was ABC. NBC was Knight Rider and Miami Vice.
Vice, yeah.
CBS was The Incredible Hulk and Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes. I used to watch it. Yeah, I used to love. Oh, and don't forget the Fall Guy. I used to watch the Dukes and the Fall Guy came on this. They came on this. That was ABC. They came. I think they came on the same night. I think they both came on the same night.
Thursday. They came on Thursday.
Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Duke boy, just a good old boy.
Never
needed no hum.
Guy from 19.
Be so you ever saw with the
lineup. You'll see the lineups. You can Google that. Like.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
TV Guide from 1989 and shit.
89, 88, 80, whatever one. You'll get
87, whatever you want to look at.
Yeah, but that Miami Vice.
Yeah.
You hear that and you be like, yo, these are wild drug dealers. You see
that shit came on, bro. I be like, yo. I was in Florida, bro. I grew up down there, bro. We were right on the beach, and I seen shit. I seen Ferrari shit driving around on the beach and shit all the time.
That shit ain't no joke. But then you know when they go boom, doom, 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 that's when the jiggling titties and the booties came out.
Yeah, fuck Baywatch.
That was crazy.
Fuck Baywatch.
Yeah, young dudes watching some wild stuff. But hey, that was the 80s. I think we grew up faster than most kids. We grew up knowing certain things. Like that's why we're the way we are now. Like we can see bullshit when we see it, and we can see other things, you know. Yeah, we had the best of everything, best shows, best everything. Damn. Word up. But yeah, fellas, it's about that time for me to retire. I shall check y'all out on Saturday, most definitely.
Bet.
Yes, sir. It was a great
show.
show.
Look at this shit. There's a new show out called Killer Kings. And the new show right here is Ironheart. All this shit. You can watch any show you want. Right here, go to flickstore.win. But
Flickstore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flickstore. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, man.
Y'all, brother.
Too.
Appreciate you, bro.
Sure. And everybody in the chat, good night. And I'll check y'all on the Saturday show.
You don't want to see this Miami Vice intro?
Yeah, why not? Let's
let it roll.
Why not?
Episode.
You got it.
First episode ever.
Yeah, I remember this episode. This crazy Tubbs came down from New York.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, he was from. Did you have an S curl? Did you have an S curl?
My hair curls up like that whenever it's wet.
See, look, yeah, this is the one I was talking about popping down there back then.
Bro, you have no idea. I can't explain it to you. If you wasn't there, I can't.
No, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you because the 80s was just different, man. People was on a different vibe, man. It was like
it was the time of excess. Everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Excess.
Greyhound. John Dale.
Yeah, that Greyhound. There was a track
in this too.
Yes.
Yeah. So many people.
Yes. Phil Collins was in it. Phil Collins was in it. Who else? Oh, Charles Dutton was in it. I seen the episode where Charles Dutton was in that joint. run.
Yeah, once he killed Calderon, it was over.
Yeah, because it was all about Calderon.
Yeah, he was the one that killed his girl too.
Yeah. And now he killed.
Yo,
They ran from
He
he
killed
ran
Tubbs'
from
partner
84 to
in New York.
90.
Yeah,
Yeah,
90.
he did. Yeah, they
He
ran from
killed
84 to
Tubbs'
90. Ran for 5 years.
What happened?
He killed Tubbs'
They ran
partner
from
in New
84 to
York,
90.
Yeah, he killed Tubbs' partner.
Oh
in New
yeah,
York.
he killed Tubbs' partner. Yeah.
But then,
Calderon, and they chased. In the first episode, look, I'll show you some shit.
and then
Look
what
at
you
this.
call Crockett
When
got
I
it
was a kid,
with
when
Calderon's
I
girlfriend.
Look,
and
look,
Calderon's
brother.
girl.
It's called My
Brother's
Brother.
Keeper.
It's called Brother's Keeper. Then episode 6 is called Calderon's Return.
Yeah.
I
He
thought
came
I
back.
thought that they killed Tubbs' brother. I thought that was his partner was his brother or something like that. And
Nah,
then I thought that's why he went.
his brother was I think his brother was a cop working the case. He got caught
Oh,
up.
maybe it was his partner was his brother.
Yeah,
Or
he
maybe it
was
was his brother. It wasn't his partner. It was his brother. Yeah.
his brother was undercover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something
that's
like
right.
that, yeah. Yeah. Because I can't remember it though, man.
They show it in one of these. Yeah, Calderon's Return Part 1 and Calderon's Return Part 2.
Yeah. And then
It's
if you go
called-
down the seasons, you'll see Calderon again.
Yeah,
And shit.
exactly. He keeps popping up. He's the big bad. And then I believe that's who the guy's name was in the movie with Colin Farrell.
Calderon, yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, that was Calderon?
Yeah.
The Cuban dude, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all, let me head to bed.
All right, broski.
Y'all take it easy.
man.
All right, I'll check
Yeah,
out
man.
Saturday.
All right, man.
All
All right,
right,
peace.
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 Yeah, man. So how was Japan, bro?
It's good, man. It's good. Good trip. Good trip. Can't complain.
Really? Wow.
Japanese people are
that was
super
so-
friendly. Japanese people are super friendly. It was a good trip, man. Just a good trip.
What'd you see, bro?
Mount Fuji, Akubara. I went to the Akubara section. What else did I do? Went to Tokyo Tower. Did a lot of Gundam shopping. A lot of Gundam shopping. Got me a Gundam, get me a Gundam shipped. So, because there was no way I was getting that back in the box. It was just too big. So, did some retro game shopping. Got some retro stuff from my retro gaming collection. Some, some stuff that I really needed. That was it, man. Just hung out, ate some good Japanese food. It's a good.
Well, you
it was
got
a
it.
good time, man.
Yeah, man, you got to show us what you got Saturday or something.
Yeah, I can definitely show you some of this stuff I bought back.
Yeah, man.
It was definitely good, man. But a lot of stuff, I got a lot of like retro gaming stuff. Like I picked up I needed a PS2 controller. I picked up one of those. PS1 controller. I got one of those. They got a lot of retro gaming shops. Like a lot. Like here, you might find a few and far in between, but there they had a lot, bro.
Oh yeah, it's a big culture over there. It's a huge market for sure. Yeah, gaming shops on every corner. Fucking, they have a whole underworld culture.
Yeah, they do. And it was dope.
Yeah,
Like I said, the Japanese people, they're very friendly. They're very hospitable. They speak real soft. You know what I mean? Things like that. It's just a good time, man. I had a really good time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had some of the most amazing chicken. I must have ate chicken nuggets the whole time I was there because
Damn.
they I don't know, bro. The way they fry chicken over there, like over there is different because like in Japan you can't have like all the fillers and all the stuff we have here. You can't have all that. So they use like real chicken and they season it real good. They season it down real good. It's good, man. I can't even lie and say it wasn't.
Yeah, man.
good
All that
about
fillers
myself.
and bullshit that that they make us eat over here is fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Even the soda, like I don't drink
Nah,
soda.
that soda is crazy good. Like
the soda, crazy good. I forgot how good
watermelon
it was,
soda,
man.
little bubbles. Even the carbonation is different, bro. I remember.
Yeah, I forgot how good it was. I was like, yo, this soda. I was like, why do I keep drinking soda? It was good. Like, and I forgot about the melon soda they have over there.
Yeah, bro. Well, speaking of all this food, man, I gotta go get something to eat, man. But we've been live for about 4 hours, damn near. So I
I
gotta.
know, man. We'll
All
bust it
right.
up Saturday, man. We'll get it popping Saturday, man. At least
Yeah,
I made
bro.
it. I should have
Yeah,
been home
bro.
2 hours ago.
That's
Should have been
fucked
home
up,
2 hours ago. It wasn't, so it is what it is.
man. All right, bro.
It is what it is. All right,
Well,
man.
be easy,
Peace.
man, everybody, man. And yes, man. And we appreciate you on the show, guys. And hit that like button, subscribe, and do all that good stuff, man. And don't forget, guys.
Be water, my friend.
Peace.
Be water, my friend.